you. Just quickly, FGC to take the picture. The last time these two teams met was in the Super 6, and that was on April 13, 2024. So it's exactly 1 month and 6 days ago that these two teams squared up against each other. One thing is certain to happen: revenge or supremacy. Twice, Ibeju has beaten them. But this is a different FGC entirely. Can we please, students of Ansarudin girls in red and everyone seated here, let's be upstanding as we take the national anthem of our dear country, Nigeria. Shall we please be standing for the national anthem? We said. God bless Nigeria, God bless NCF, and God bless you all. The seriousness. And of course, endurance of them, player rep on the board of the Nigerian Federation and former captain. The match referee is the Olympic Grace Ajao. Our two umpires for today, Temita Olympic Ijaba, and of course, Olumide Akitoku, level 2, respectively. And of course, the captain of Ibeju introducing the team, and we have here Chima Akachuku, the captain, Moise Ademashao, the 12th man, David Abimole, Sheye, Rim Afar, Bimbo Adu, James Chukwu, Adesanya, Daniel Abdegum, Opisha, Ridwan Abukarim, Izuchukwu, Prosper Husseini, Mirekuli Kaige, and of course, part of the team, we also have Miracle Ahige. And for Team FTC, led by Captain Egosa Festini Agelo, Aho, Solomon Miracle, Emmanuel Okunili, Chiemele Udekwe, Isaac Oyemba, Selim Salau, Isaac Olowokere, Akere Isesele, Victor Ipoli, Afolabi Muritala, Joshua Asia, Emmanuel Olowokere, Destiny Chinemaya. That squad list of FGC, and of course under the able coach of Coach Ahmed, and of course the team manager, our very own, the man himself, the big name, Andrew Eroy Ororo. And of course, the coach of Ibeju is the Regional Development Officer for Lagos, Friday Udo.
All right then, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second game, the finals of the Club Cricket Committee Lagos League. It's the Super 4, and the game we're about to witness is Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 against Federal Government College Warri Old Students Association Cricket Club. Joining me in the commentary box is the one and only, the man they call, even though he has retired but has never tired, he ensured that he had so much game time, not only for the national team, but also for his club, I beg your pardon, for Government College, but an Old Boys Cricket Club, even though he has played for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, so he knows what it means like to play in the finals, not only for club but also for country. Onikoyi Ademola, good afternoon and welcome to the Comes Box.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Nigeria, who has recently retired from national team.
It's a wonderful day today, and the sun is quite out there and waiting for the game to start. Good to see the teams being tensed up. The adrenaline is good, and both teams are the ones this, and it's gonna be.
So let me just ask you this, Onikoyi. You've played enough finals. You know what it takes. What do you think teams should do in terms of preparation ahead of such a big finals like this?
Just same routine from the start of the season until the final stage. You just need to add to the intensity. You have to keep up the routine and make sure you get positive what you do. They have to change all the steps. They have other boys that need to work with. They need to work on and make sure they are on top of their game. So just keep it simple.
So keeping it simple is what Onikoyi Ademola has said, and a lot of teams will know they have to keep it very much simple and easy. But one big question that we're going to ask is this: this mall strip is a batting strip. You have played on the strip, you have scored a 50 on the strip. Who do you think is going to win the battle? Is it the bowlers or the batters?
To be honest, looking at both teams, they look at who won it most. Personally, teams that want it most will definitely win this game, because you can score much runs, but it looks like a team that scores a much more stronger batting side. But you need to see how temperament they are, how they will handle the pressure of FGC's bowling attack, and see how they handle it. So it's a matter of who wants it most.
So quickly, let's run you through the team list of both sides. Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, you have Chuma Akachuku, Daniel Ajekum, Akigbe Miracle, David Abibode, James Ifeanyi Chukwu, Karim Gafar, Karim Ridwan, Miracle Ikaigbe, Okeke Izechuku Bonaventure, Olympio Cheye, Hussein Prosper, and Animasha Muiz. Onikoyi, just do justice to FGC Warriors team list.
Yeah, Begosa, Beto, Akere, Joshua, especially Maya, Moni Victor, Isaac, Oyemba, Miracle Solomon, Isao, Elie Salah, Odekwe, Chief Mele, Moretala, Folabi.
So let's looking at this team list, Onikoyi. I know it's an evenly balanced team for both sides, but in terms of players, at least you've played with 60% of these players. Do you think this is an evenly balanced team, or do you think the bowlers are going to have more upper edge from the batters?
I think the bowlers are going to have the top edge. Batters got serious work to do out there, because with the kind of bowling attack we have from these two sides, it's going to be a tough one, and it's going to be really a good hard work for the batters out there. The batters will really have to dig it out to get runs off these bowlers.
All right then, Joe, you've heard it all from Onikoyi. The bowlers and the batters are going to be having a swim in the middle. It's just a matter of time on who is going to be taking the supremacy and the cup of the Super 4 Club Cricket Committee Lagos League. And opening the bowling for Federal Government College Warri is no other than the captain himself, Egosa Destiny. Joining us on the comms box again is the man whose voice has been so much popular in commentary for the Club Cricket Committee Lagos League, Seun Ajidagba. Seun, good afternoon and take it away.
Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching us from all over the world. Super excited to welcome you to the home of cricket. Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval. the 19th day in the 5th month in year 2024. Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 versus FGC. The last time these two teams met was exactly 1 month and 6 days ago, when Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club won in the Super 6 competition, got the better of their opponents, winning by 3 wickets. It's a different thing entirely on that day. GCI, who will be hoping that they should have been playing in this final, and starting that game is starting with a wide. Like I was saying that day, FGC batted first and scored 83 runs all out in 12 overs. And their opponents achieved this in 17.4 overs, scoring 84 for a loss of 7 wickets. But today, the captain of Ibeju has said my target is 160, 180. Much better bowling there from Egosa Destiny, who said the destiny of this team is not only in my hands, but in the entire team. And want to replicate what we achieved in Benin City, the league where we won the Super 4. Talking about his University of Benin, where he graduated from. Lovely piece of fielding there, and you can see the intent. I'm being joined by former Nigerian international, one who served Nigeria for over 2 decades. Ademola Onikoyi. It's quite unfortunate. He would have loved to play in today's final, but GCI once again bungled that opportunity. Good afternoon, Onikoyi.
Good afternoon. What a shot. So good to see. This is lovely cricket, you know. Got it planned out and on great control from the batter. Great shot to one and get behind and smash it down the great wicket. It's a good one. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
And you have to also credit the fielder, the way Peter Ho, your former teammate, and he's cutting the boundary off.
Yeah, saved his team of 2 runs. It could be 2 runs that might haunt them later, but it's good to see that he put his body behind and in line. The intent is good so far. Just need to be careful how we go about things as players.
But again, like we always say, as a bowler, you can't bowl 6 balls the same way. But you want to say that Egosa, the variation of his bowling sometimes could be off it. And for Selim, the wicketkeeper, he had to go and tell his bowler that this is where I want you to drop the ball. You drop the ball here, you make things difficult for the batter.
Yeah, you know, most times the keeper is the one that sees everything that goes. The way the ball comes off the wicket to the keeper, you know, he has a feel, you know how it's coming through from the wicket. You know, that's a quick one, a very fantastic 1 run to be taken out there. So at times, as the keeper, you advise your bowlers that this is what I feel you should do. This is how this man is playing. You know, these are the things you try to chip into the bowlers and work together as a team, rather than leaving the bowler to the batter to do the battle alone.
One more good ball. I will come to the end of the first over. Much better bowling there. And you want to say a good over for the batting side, scoring 5 runs and not conceding any, not losing any wickets is very, very important.
Yeah, I think it's a good over to the bowling side. It's a good over to the bowling side because you don't want to go beyond this kind of. But for the batting side, they would have loved to have more runs than life is too short as a batting side to get in the first over, but the bowling side have actually done well to have restricted the batters to on 5.
It's quite strange, Onikoi, that what is usually the order is team from the corner land is Nigeria's opening bowler, Chemele Udekwe, but most times it's over and usually a bit expensive. But now the captain decided to, start from that side, and he brought in Peter O to come and probably do damage from the pavilion end here. And a lot is expected from Peter O, one of Nigeria's most reliable bowlers. And you want to say that this FGC side has got good bowlers, options here and there, from spinners to pace bowlers.
You can't fault the skipper. That's why the captain is looking at what works best for his team. If you have a bowler that is conceding a lot in the first over, then you need to readjust your strategy and don't be thinking about what you are actually doing. Yes, Chemele is a good quick bowler, but if the skipper finds it not really comfortable, him going for so many runs in the first over, then you need to just try to know how to manage the situation, and I think that's what the captain have done.
First ball of Peter, 3 runs considered. Oh, classic batting. Classic batting from David Abibode.
When you pace so much, you don't need to do a lot. You need to stay calm. Body composure is quite right on top, and just guide it. Sometimes you don't need to put in power to get those runs, especially when you have.
I'm just tempted, Oniko, that we should see that again on replay if the producer can help us. The way David played that shot. See it, Oniko, he was so sure of what he did. You could see he didn't even stress himself.
Yeah, the pace was coming into him. Just get behind and he guided it into the gaps, and it was good to see. These are areas you want people to be looking at getting runs. You've got a lot of space on the field, and you want to maximize every chances you've got.
Peter O's over is coming a bit expensive. Onikoi.
It's already 7 already. So
8 already. The first ball he bowled was a wide, and 2 runs again was taken, and the other one 4 runs was taken, and this one is another wide. He needs to control his bowling.
He's only bowled 1 leg out ball already. Oh, lucky. You could see Peter trying so hard to get it right. In this kind of games, you don't want to lag behind. You want to be right on top from start. Obviously, from the way Peter is approaching the wicket, the way it's going in, you could see he's trying so hard to get things right. Shot. Fantastic run. It's kind of alertness you want from batters. Everyone should imbibe in this and try to do things. To look for the opportunities to go into this kind of tip and run, into gaps run, and there are so many runs in this game. There are so many gaps in this game that we are not maximizing, and it's good to see guys trying to get things done.
And of course, Oniko, you have always been one of the proponents of taking advantage of the power play, and that's what we expect these teams to do. And this second over, it's a bit expensive. It's not over yet, but it's a bit expensive coming from Peter O.
Yeah, you take advantage of it, but if Peter is going this kind of pace then the odd boundaries will come. Like what we've seen so far in this over, we've seen about four extras in this over already. So which is not good for the innings, but for the batter it's okay for them. They still have 3 legal balls to face and opportunity to get a boundary or to knock him around. Sometimes when you could not go over the boundary in the power play, you need to make sure you are getting those gaps. You are going into those gaps and taking your doubles and your singles. At least don't be behind. Be close to the targets in the power play.
But if you're a captain, based on what Peter has done in this over, are you still going to entrust him with the ball to come back for the second over again?
I will have a word with him and try to understand what's going on with him. If things are not going well, if he's been honest with me and things are not going well with him, I will
How do you
take him
determine honesty, Olinkoyi?
Yeah, it depends on how you speak to me. I can ask you questions and I'll find a way to get the honesty from you. Even if you're lying, I'll know you're lying. And the way you bold and all those things, I'll see it as well. So I'll see it. I'll see the way you bold it and if you lie to me while during our discussion, I know you're not good enough. So I can easily just speak things and get this off. Of course, obviously we've seen that it's bowled a lot of extras in this innings, but when you look at it critically, you see that he has picked about 4 dot balls. So it's just the extras that we are concerned about. It's not just about in the end they've only gotten about 9 runs in this over.
But the entire overs that we have, which is 2 overs gone, it's 15 runs on board and for lots of no wickets. So basically the first over produced 5 runs, the second over produced 10 runs. That's times 2 of what the first over produced.
Yeah.
So we wait to see what this third over will bring to the table. Gosa still continues from the Court of Appeal end.
Yeah. I can still have Peters bowl the 4th over as a captain. I'll just further discuss with him about the extras. You need to put on the extra, just get it right and let's see how the batters go. Have a proper field and plan for what he wants to bowl. The last over of Peter it's just the extras. Apart from the 4 and the single that he got in that over, every other run came through extras. Fantastic running.
Look at Peter, the way he picked the ball. He picked the ball too casually, and that was what David and Daniel took advantage of. He was thinking that would just be one, but he's forgetting that these guys, they always like to run and still runs even when there is no run at all.
Yeah, that's what you want to do as a batter. You want to take advantage of every fielder that is slowing down, fielders that are not really on top of it. But then again, you need to give it to Peter. He just finished struggling in his first over and he's bowled about 9 balls in an over. So coupled with extras, running in from that yard from about 20 or 25 yards and going to the boundary to run after a ball to chase the ball is also tiring. Then again, the outfield, if you could check very well, the outfield is quite slow. So sometimes it is difficult to run really into the ball. Just look at this now. Nobody, the kind of battle they have on at this TDS ground, it's always fast, and when you are running, you're faster. But look at it, it's quite slow. People are not really, they are running, but it looks like they are not chasing the ball. But it's good to see that the batters are taking advantage, and the fielders are also pushing hard to make sure they want to cut the runs.
Onikoyi, on 2 occasions that these 2 teams met this season, one at round robin, and that was on the 12th of November white ball. That was on 12th of November 2023. Ibeju scored 114 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. And when they met again on April 13, 2024 in the Super 6. Ibeju scored 84 runs because their opponents did not score much runs. When I was talking to Captain Chima, he said the target is to score 160. Never have they scored 160 against FGC in this season. Is there a realistic chance, because based on how they are going now, that they can score that 160?
Fantastic shot that is driven through the covers. Good to see. You see what I just said about the ground. Normally that should have flew down to the boundary for a foul, but looking at that, nobody touched the ball, nobody tried to stop the ball. The ball went through the fielders, and the ball actually went and it stayed for the fielders to come and have a pickup. So back to your question, Chima said, the captain said something about 164 runs. If you want to go for 164, 180 in this kind of a game, by now you should be around 40 odd runs. Your starting should be very solid, but yeah, still kind of fantastic. That's a good chase and a good stop from them. Fantastic running from these guys. Fantastic running from both of them. It's been hard work running on that wicket. It's been hard work running on that wicket. 3 good runs, just off. Your opening inning should be your power play over should be at least around 70 if you want to get to 160 on this kind of a wicket. Above 70, you cannot be in the third over. You cannot be around 16 right now. And you want to get to 160 or 170, 180. By now you should be getting close to about 15, 20 and over.
We just have to say this about me bringing you on. The trajectory of the runs is going up. The first over it was 5 runs. The second over was 10 runs. And the third over now they are on 27 runs.
Just like Onikoyi said, they need to take advantage of the power play, which I don't think Ibeju batters are actually doing. Forget the fact that you have a slow outfield, because from here we actually know that the outfield is quite slow. They are trying as much as possible to run with their feet. Takes those singles as much as they come. But one of the big problems I might have with the Ibeju batters is when the field is now officially open, would they now be going to attack those boundaries, or would they just be taking it around with singles? This is one question I have for you, Onikoyi. You've played more in the power play overs. What has been your approach in that power play over? Do you just pick up a particular bowler or a particular over and just decide to go all attacking?
Honestly, I don't pick up just one bowler. I want to smash every bowler that bowls in that power play. And with no disrespect, I was only looking at options of what you'll be bowling at me. I've always been expecting the kind of ball you want to bowl, the kind of areas you might pick, you might pitch the ball. Those are the areas I watch out for. So I'm not, by the time you bowl into those areas, I'm not being caught up lagging behind. I'm always prepared. Once you pitch there, I'm ready to go for it. So I don't really, once I see you as a bowler, I say, okay, this would be most likely areas to be pitching the ball. So I prepare my mind before you even bowl one ball. Then wait for you to pitch up over there, and I go for it.
Just like you said, Peter Hall coming from the pavilion, and this is one thing I wanted to see Peter do, trying to hit that deck. But to me, I think Peter is actually struggling, or probably the whole FGC Warri team in question are actually struggling. Maybe the fatigue or the mentality of playing in the finals is actually affecting them, knowing truly well that this Ibeju team, forget that they are actually young kids, have played more finals than this FGC Warri. Maybe they're playing under pressure. Only time can tell.
I will not agree about pressure, because if you look at these guys, the Ibeju side are a good team, but this FGC side are also vastly experienced. a large chunk of them have played at the top level. Peter Aho, who is bowling, we always talk about him to be a Guinness World Record player. There is Joshua Asia, who plays for the national team. He might be young in the national team, but he's got experience by playing with some veterans. You have Chiemele Udekwe, who plays for the national team. The captain, Negosa, is vastly experienced. You got somebody like Akere Isesele, who is also in the national team. You got Emmanuel Kudili, who is vastly experienced. So they've got experience everywhere you look to, and so I just believe that up until this moment the bowling is not going according to plans and going for that directive. But you have to say good backup there from Joshua Asia, and that was lovely to see Victor Ipoli do this. You know, it's a glitterati of commentators today. It's usual that you hear the voice of Shewa Jilagba and of course Abayame Ayonisi, but today it's glitterati. You hear the voice of Ademola Onikoyi, someone who has got over 2 decades playing for the national team and just called time on his international career this year. And of course you'll be hearing the voice of someone who you always hear his voice. Oh, that was it.
What a way to get out.
What a way to get out. Ladies and gentlemen, the first wicket is gone. A lovely catch there by the man who is after covers. Lovely shot he played, thinking he was going to go, but Isaac Oyemba said to Daniel Ajeko, your time is up in the batting crease. I'm talking about someone whose time is not up when it comes to running commentaries. Former captain of Nigeria national team, player rep on the board of the Nigerian Cricket Federation. But guess what? He doesn't have the local standing to play in Tafawa Balewa anymore. He has to be relegated to CMS Grammar School or Unila Cricket Over, where the chance is there. But take nothing away from one of the finest commentators in Africa. Endurance Ofen joins us at the Endurance. Don't you see anything? If they see you play at TBS, you are going to be locked up.
Well, thank you very much, Ajidagba, and good afternoon, everyone. Before I go on, I think Bayomi and you guys, Ajidagba, you guys have been doing a fantastic job out here. It's good, trust me. We've got plenty of feedback about what you guys are doing, and we hope that. Unfortunately, this is the last game of the season, and it's an interesting one between FGC Warrior, first timers in the final against Ibeju Lekki. We will be looking to surprise Ibeju today. It's 28 for 1 after 3.5 overs. Brilliant catch there. Just the needed wicket for FGC Warrior. Not been a great bowling time for them. That's it again. Just slightly in the air. Daniel Ajeko is the mouth. David will find a new partner. And this is Ibeju side looking all set. 28 for 1 from 3.5 overs. Just in a good position in nick of time. Peter Hall been struggling, but paid off at the end. Wicket, they say, for the man who's been consistent. Ajidagba, once again, you're talking about Tafawa Balewa Square. It's a beautiful place to play cricket. Have you heard a few clubs are looking forward to signing me on for next season? The plan is just to play 30 balls.
You are not short of suitors.
Oh, great. Let's start from there, right on spot.
But Andy, yesterday, Ridwan had a bad day in the office. First 3 balls, didn't score any off the bats. It was all leg byes, but good to see him kickstart today with the bats.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about big players and quality players. There's always time to get runs in every game of cricket or any T20 game where you see the team goes all the way to score 150, 160. You just probably need 3 batters, you know. But the most important thing is that Ibeju won. And I'll tell you what, Ajidagba, yesterday he spent 2 hours in the net after that game. And these are the kind of attitude you want to see. The culture is changing. And he walked straight to Coach Steve Tikolo and said, I want time in the net. I'm probably not getting enough on the bat. And in this kind of situation, they will always come by. Quality players are quality players. You can't take anything away from them. And this game here today has got real quality in both sides. And who will want it the more will be the one that will carry the day.
Coming from the corner of appeal end is Chiemele Udekwe. Nigeria's opening bowler. They simply call him bowling machine for short because he loves to bowl from morning to night. But let me talk to you, Onikoyi. This is brilliant from Peter Ho. Coming from adversity to victory. The first over, where Egosa bowled from the corner of appeal end, they scored 5 runs. Ibeju. When he came from the pavilion end, they scored 10 runs off him. The third over, it was 17 runs that they scored off Egosa. But the fourth over, guess what? Only 2 runs he conceded. And that's brilliant from this young man. Talking about Peter Aho. After giving away 10 runs in the second over, when he came back for the fourth over, which was his own second over, he only considered just 2 runs.
I told you. Yeah, I told you. It's just a matter of what the skipper, how the skipper feels. You know, you have a discussion with the bowler. How do you feel? What's going on? Can you cut down the extras and let's see how the batsman handles you? And he only bowled just 1 extra shot. Fantastic shot from Edward. This is a fantastic battle to see. You know, both of them plays for the country, Edward and Udekwe. So it's a battle between two.
They know themselves so well also. And don't forget that they were together in Tanzania.
Yeah, everyone was a skipper to
Chiemele
in the under 19.
Yeah, so they know themselves very well.
Yeah. As I was saying about Peter, you know, you discuss with him and see how he feels. If he's been honest with how he feels, you know, and if he's not been honest, you know. And you could see he was giving the 4 shot. This is it. You know, straight up, no time. You come in and the change bowl, and you've not even bowled 5 balls, and you're looking to bowl Yorkers, and you know, Yorkers are special balls. You can't just wake up and do that. We've had players that have done that on the side, and they are fantastic. Even if you wake them up from the bed, they'll come up and give you Yorkers. But you, as a bowler that have not actually really practiced Yorkers, you know, you used to be the opening bowler for your team, but you've been asked to come and bowl as a change bowler, and you are bowling Yorker on your second ball, which you've been smashed for a boundary. So you need to think about it.
Like we always say, the bowlers are expected to be smashed for boundaries, and they're also expected to get wicket. But in terms of him, I'm trying to rack my brain around this. You just scored 4 runs and you're looking for another bat.
Well, that's what the game is all about. You have to find your comfort.
But you just got 4 runs off it.
Well, you can say that, but it might be shaking there. So it's something that you have to try and just walk around. Yeah, that was a brilliant shot, actually. Unlucky for Udekwe Chiemele. One would expect that it will hit decent line and length. It's 34 for 1 after 4.3 overs. This is looking very, very interesting. Projected score 151. Expected. It would be nice to see those figures on the board and see FGC where you walk through those ones.
The battle is still on.
Fantastic push from Edward. It's looking like he wants to be there today. Yesterday was a different kind of wicket. Today's wicket looking solid and seems he wants to be there.
I know, Nico, one thing you have to also credit is, aside from that 4 that was played by David, they've tried to cut off boundaries.
No, you can't do that as a batter. So that you are going full blast. You're looking for the gap, really. Even while looking for the gap, you must try to smash the ball into the gaps. This is just a soft dismissal from the batter.
Well, you know, we always say when you play at this point in your career, there you go again. Just looking to guide it through, but straight to the fielder there at short cover. what would you be looking for? Trust me, in situations like this, it's about confidence, right? It was there for the take, you could have gone big. But when you haven't got a lot of runs behind you in big stage games, you kind of like get agitated or not sure, indecisive about your shot. But it was there for the take. Knowing who this boy is, he should have gone big all the way over extra covers and you will get a run. Unfortunately, it's a second wicket lost by Ibeju and it's 36 for 2 after 5 overs.
And is it about the bowling or the indecision of the batter? Because the same way Daniel got out was the same way he also got out.
I think there's a slight difference there. Daniel Ajekun went out full-blooded drive, just hitting it on the up and in the air. But this time around, David was looking to guide it, right, looking for that gap, but straight he found the fielder himself, and that was a soft dismissal. Not what you want to see if you're an Ibeju fan, but that is what it is at the moment.
Now, Oniko, what I was trying to say is, while I understand endurance perfectly well, is if he had driven that ball on the ground, you know, it would have been a different thing entirely. Isaac Oyenga would have caught him, and Victor Opoli would have caught David Abibode. David's own was more like just take Victor Opoli, but if they had driven the ball on the ground, he could have gone for that. But that ball looks like he kicked again.
Actually, that's what pace does to you. If you're facing a quick bowler, it's either you're smashing it or you are really guiding it right on top of it and guiding it into gaps. But with the kind of pace Chemile bowled to David, he should have gone full blood, and that's his sport. That's David's sport. He loves it to smash ball over covers. So why do you have to just try to guide it? You are still in the power play, and you'll still be there even if you are smashed 6. So there's a change of bowling from his end.
The man who got the wicket of David is now the one who has come in to bowl the 6th over, and that will be the end of the power play. And I'm talking about Victor Ipoli. We have a new batter also, and that is Sheye Olympio.
Sheye, it's good to see Sheye in this early. Fantastic run, good steal. Lovely. Sometimes when you see this kind of wicket not coming through for you as a batter, you need to fashion out the way you get runs. Most times you don't have to keep smashing anyway and be out of control of the ball. Or what do you think, Andy?
Well, I agree with you, P4. It's something that you have to figure out. The longer you bat on this kind of wickets, the better you become on the day. Weather is good for the day, so those that are going to bat much later will be happy because it's just going to play through. There won't be much of a worry for the batters later. But trust me, Miracle Solomon. Big shout out there, umpire Olu Mide, not interested, just being sure. Sheye Olympio is a man filled with experience. Yeah, he's been in these battles many times. He understands what is required. Perhaps we'll be finding a partnership. It's 36 for 2 after 4.
6-1.
After 6.1. Current run rate on 6.94. Just what Ibeju would like to see. Perhaps not the wicket columns, but they have that man, young Ridwan, batting alongside experienced campaigner Sheye Olympio. Brilliant delivery. Would dash in for a single, opportunity for a second. Would they take it? No, is a call. Sheye overrun his mark.
This is what you don't want to do. You overrun. You don't do that. It's quite not good for the batters. You've got the opportunity to take the second one, but you've overrun yourself.
Well, P4, I think it's a matter of age and youth here. The young man, Ridwan, that call was very, very quick, and Sheye needed to just make his ground first before thinking of a second. And he departs. Beautiful line. Sheye forcing him back. just a needed wicket for FGC Warrior. All pumped up is a third wicket. And it's Shea Olympio with the bat. There you have it again on your screen. Brilliant bowling by Victor Iboli. Decent line and length, just push him back a bit. And that one ripped through the stumps. The much needed break for FGC Warrior. And it's the end of the power play overs. It's 39 for the loss of 3 wickets. It's Shea Olympio with the bat. Ridwan Karim would expect another partner. Projected score from here is 130 runs. The scorecards for you again, nothing fantastic. Just David Aboyebe with 17 of 14 deliveries. It's Karim Ridwan was the batting, 5 of 7. Shea the pass for 1 after 3 deliveries. And Daniel Ajeku departing after that brilliant shot of finding the feeder at covers. Yet to pass is Chimaka Chuku, the captain himself, the guy James. If you are in, of course, they still have Miracle there. They've got a bit there, and that's the bowling for you. The men who have gotten wicket, Peter Odeko and Ipoli, are taking 1 for 11, 1 for 7, and 1 for 3. Brilliant economy there by Ipoli Victor, the man who have just gotten the last wicket.
Thank you, Endurance. And in comes the new batter. And talking about the new batter, a lot is expected of him. Mirikuli Kaige. And that was brilliant bowling from Victor Ipoli. The penultimate over, he picked a wicket. And when he had to bowl, he got a wicket. Absolutely brilliant. And Endurance, you are a lover of batters taking advantage of the power play. After the power play, they are on 39. Your summation about the batting of Ibeju?
Well, I think it's quite disappointing. There have been 2 cheap wickets there. One of Daniel Ajeku and David. Those 2 wickets, I mean, are worth over 70 runs. Brilliant bowling by Odekwe from the Court of Appeal, and that man reminds me of Marco Masha of blessed memories. The bounce, the swag, looks more like a West Indian, but he is a Nigerian, and I like the dreads here. Are those dreads or just all back they call them? The fashion that comes with cricket now in the Caribbean, ripping through the world. As the Nigerian bowler Emmanuel Chiemele Udekwe. This time bowling to his teammates Ridwan Karim. Perhaps someone just have to pass the message. No need to pressure, just bat for time. And 130, 148 today will be a good score. And trust me, the bowling from both sides is very disciplined. They've got a youthful side. They have very good fielders. Brilliant piece of bowling. This is magnificent. 3 deliveries, same area, same region. This is what you want to see, testing the batter. Karim would just have to wait as long as possible before he can score. 5 of 10, percentage on 50.
Another swing and a miss after 3 deliveries. And that is what they would want. FGC say to themselves, if we are not getting the wicket, let's dot the balls.
Brilliant swing and all calling for it. Umpire Temi Tokpe Onikoye, very sure, no contact there. But real test here for Karim Ridwan. Brilliant piece of bowling by Udekwe Chiemele. This is when you show character, when it matters most. This is the beauty you see when you have class versus class. Anytime, any day, this is what you want to see. If you're on the bowling side, and I tell you what, Ajidagba, when I used to bat, I didn't want any bowler to bowl 5 dot balls to me. But that is what is happening here today. We've got 4 dot balls, and let's see the 5th one. This time goes, but straight to the fielder. Big shot, no easy call. Another dot ball. More pressure on Ibeju Lekki. We're into the 7th over, the 5th ball from it.
But again, I'm happy to have 2 internationals here. I can also say I'm a mini international. But I'm also happy to know that 2 of you were opening batters for the country. You are wicket keepers. One word about Selim Salau.
Real stuff. Real stuff. Ajidagba, I'm so sorry. I needed to wait to see that delivery. Brilliant maiden over the first from this innings. This is what you want to see. And back to Selim Salau. I'll tell you what, he is a class act in the making. Trust me, one of the finest we have in modern day Nigerian cricket. He's going to go places as long as he shows that consistency.
Onikoi, I like the fact that Selim Salau plays almost the same position you love to play, which is to open as a batter. Selim Salah's consistency is on another level. When he's not playing well, he gives you double figures. And I've always said that if Selim plays well, FGC as a team play well. So you said something about Selim Salah, the trajectory of this young man. It's just some moments from playing for the senior national team, the way Selim has been going now.
Yes, it's good to see statistically wise, it's good to see how he's carried himself. But at the same time, it's a very tough journey to be on. You can't. It's not gonna be a walk in the park getting into the national side. Oh, ball could have been leg before caught and bowl award. We need to confirm that.
That is the dugout here. The number one fans of FGC Warri. Excitement all over this pavilion. Eroy Ororo, the man who's been behind this team, looking really big and a number one fan. And trust me, what they love their cricket. Is a 4th wicket down for Ibeju Lekki, and it's 39 for 4 after 7.1 overs.
Endurance, at some point in time, see that again on replay, the umpire was going to be confused on what to do, but Miracle made the job easier for Olumide when the ball touched his pad and just went back straight to Victor Ipoli. It could have been a case of appealing for an LBW, but Victor just took the opportunity that came, which is, let me just catch the ball. And it's sad to see this man come out without scoring any runs.
We still need to confirm out that Miracle, how he got out.
But I'll tell you what, the umpire has the right to take his time, and I think Olumide is one of our finest. Certainly, I thought as much. His leg before wicket, and it's a brilliant decision by the umpire. He was there. It's been brilliant piece of bowling by Victor Ipoli.
In comes another miracle. I do believe in miracles, but can this miracle bring the miracle that is required for Ibeju Lekki Club as a team, and by extension their fans who are scattered all over the world?
Ibeju needs to dig in real deep right now, because losing 4 wickets in 7 overs is quite a lot, and the runs are not coming. Good start. Fantastic start. That's good intent.
May I just remind us here, it's 40 for 4, 7.3 overs bowled. And trust me, what you need to do from here is just bat as long as possible. They've still got to send it prosper. It can hit the ball miles. So we have to play into the last 20 deliveries. And that is what Ibeju needs to do. This partnership is what they need. And I would go down the leg side. Just brilliant work here. Karim Redouan just sticking around what Ibeju needs. But it's a Kigbe miracle wickets on the mark.
And just speaking to Ego Sagedo, Destiny, the captain of FGC, he said the momentum from yesterday must be sustained, where they reduced a vastly experienced side like Island Titans Cricket Club, the champions of the league, to scoring just less than 90. And he said, we just want to keep Ibeju under 100. You'll be answering me after this ball whether it was a good decision for him to abode after winning the toss.
A brilliant run in between wicket. And that is what you need to understand at this point. You can see clearly the hunger for it. Ajidagba, I'll tell you what, if I'd won the toss under these conditions, I would like to bat first. I mean, they started well in the first 3 overs, but they lost, the 4 wickets in the last 3 overs. So you can see that's cricket. But how are they comporting? They're bowling decent lines. It's a brilliant piece of bowling by Ikbole Victor. This showing consistency. This is very, very good bowling.
and Nigerians will think that they still have some other bowlers, the likes of Joshua Sia, who is here to bowl, Isaac Oyenga, the spinner, who is here to do his thing. You know, they have options. Destiny Chinemaya is here to bowl. Options everywhere.
But I agree with you. Another wide, not what you want if you're an MTC Warrior fan, but Ibeju will take that gladly. Ajidagba, trust me, yeah, like I said earlier, this is a game packed with stars. You know, the best around the country at the moment. And if you get runs here today, then it means you've showed class, you deserve it. You're going to be up against the very best. We also have Peter Hall, our Guinness Book of Record holder.
Great way to find gaps. There are a lot of gaps on the field. You just need to find a way to get to it. And it's good to see this FGC side. They have been on it. They have been running in hard, making use of the wicket at every point in time.
And it's end of the 8th over, and it's 45 for 4.
At the batting partnership, Daniel Ajeku and David Abibode faced 23 balls and scored 28 runs. Ridwan Karim and David Abibode faced 7 balls, scored 8 runs. Ridwan Karim and Oimpe Sheye faced 6 balls, scored 3 runs. And Ridwan Karim and Mireku Ikaigbe faced 7 balls, no run was scored. And currently, Ridwan Karim and Akigbe Mireku faced 4 balls and of course have scored 5 runs. The two of them are still batting.
Ridwan is really digging deep. You know, he's looking to bat for his team. Kind of behind right now, but it's working out. Oh, fantastic try. Very well driven. Oh, good running. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. What a way to lose the wicket. Run out. It's just a gift to the fielding side. There you have it on the screen again.
Was it needed?
It's all about risk, you know. They feel they could make it. And then again, I feel it's just a matter of his partner. It takes 2 to run, but the guy from the other end, I feel needs to communicate to the
So you have to credit the alertness of the fielder in picking that ball, and you saw the pickup from the captain. That was a lovely pickup, fantastic.
I tell you what, yeah, Ajidagba is very, very disappointing. It takes 2 to run, and to lose your wickets in such a fashion, knowing that you're 4 wickets down, it's unacceptable. If I'm to be on that bench, it's really, really hurting. You know, you need not take that kind of risk. It has to be calculated. At this point of the game, you have 11 overs or 12 overs still to come. There's a lot to play for, and I know Ridwan Karim is hungry, but again, it takes 2 to run.
Yeah, you take these singles and just rest at the other end. Wait for your partner to do something as well. You know, you rotate the strike, bat for long, because you are in the middle overs right now. You need to keep batting and keep going. You know, like I said, and Eddie said it, that it takes 2 to run. You know, as a partner, you also, the fact that your partner called, the other partner called for the second run, like one have called for the second run. If you are at the other end and you see that it is not feasible to take the second run, you should just call, say no, that we can't make it, rather than just sticking to the call that have been taken on set.
I agree with you, Nico. It takes 2 to run, and I'll be asking endurance, where did the mistake come from?
Well,
oh, it's lovely shot. I love this kind of shot.
You would love it before, and that is the thing about P4 Ajidagba. He makes my heart skip when I bat with him, and he plays those kind of shots.
But our hearts did not skip yesterday. P4 had a bad day at the office.
No, I'm talking about the day we batted together. But every time he has to do that, I'm like, dude. you can hit the ball by standing in front of you. Why try to do that?
I was talking to someone yesterday. I said, can we go back to those days when Nigeria's top 6 batters, you didn't even know who was batter number 7 for Nigeria because they wouldn't even get to bat.
Aji, you cannot take it, boys. You cannot call my innings yesterday as a bad day in the office. I batted on the wet wicket, and you are calling the bad.
Well, you're telling the whole world now, right? About the wet.
I
saw you trying to tell them to run now. Where's your heart, Steve? You're just telling them they have to run.
No, I'm a batter all day. I just want run. There are a lot of places.
Well, the game is about runs anyway.
When you see some kind of places that you are supposed to take singles and you are just looking, you are still doubting it. You should run it, don't wait. That's it. Open space. That could have been a 2 as well.
Well, I'll tell you one thing here. We must give it to Udekwe. He's bowled brilliantly. Decent areas, previous overs. He's come here and only considered just 3, 2 off the bat and 1 leg by 2 dot balls and a wicket. Brilliant piece of bowling. Can't take anything away. It's 48 for 5. It's Ibeju here struggling. 8.5 overs. We are into the last ball of the 9th over. Projected score from here is 109. Well, FGC were looking good for their first major title here. But again, it's a game of 2 halves. You can't say what will happen in the second innings, and we still have 10 overs to play. Inside it goes straight to the keeper. And that's the end of the over. It's 48 for 5 after 9 overs. Current run rate of 5.33 per over. It's Ibeju Lekki struggling on 8 all, but FGC were quite happy with the result so far. They will try to nail more on the coffins. Hopefully 11 overs to come. Are we going to see the last 5 wickets back through the 11 overs, or are we going to see FGC were run through them? P4, what's your take from here?
Ibeju, to me, Ibeju needs to dig deep in and find a way to go about it. So you've got 10 overs to go. You've got 11 overs to go from here, and from 11 you can still get 100 from 11 overs. It depends on how you are going about the runs. This FGC team are quite firing, but at the same time, as a batter, you also need to find a way.
The interesting part is that we've yet to see Joshua Asia, who's been tormenting the Ibeju bench fielding at long run. He's been talking to them, ensuring he's talking to Prosper Hussaini, his nice home goodie in Edo State. So the most important thing is that he is here to bowl, and he's one of the finest Nigeria had at the moment.
Good. Try to. Just try. That's it. Communicate. It's simple. Once you can't make 2, you call. Even if it's just single and you can't make it, you call and you don't just run as if you don't have breaks.
It would be nice to see bowling figures for Victor Ipoli. He's been very fantastic, trust me. I mean, how many third balls has he bowled in this innings and the key wickets he's taken? Slower delivery, beautifully bowled. That man, Victor Ipoli. Here you go for him. 2 for 9 from 2.2 overs. Brilliant work. 4.15 economy rate in T20 cricket. That is very decent figures.
Absolutely brilliant. And I'll tell you something about Victor Ipoli when he's finished bowling this ball.
Oh.
This Victor Ipoli was one guy that turned adversity to victory. In the first game of their Super 6 competition, he bowled 7 straight wides. And in that over of his, which was his first over, he conceded another 7 runs and he gave away 14 runs in 1 over. But guess what? He bowled 4 overs and eventually finished on 16 runs.
It's always fantastic to come back. When your first over is not good, you look to come back. And same thing.
In the first over, you gave away 14 runs and eventually now bowled the next 3 overs and considered only 2 runs.
I did by my time as captain, probably won't bowl the second over. Trust me, I mean, knowing the kind of quality we had on the field, he might not bowl the second over.
A lot of doubts giving you the ball again.
So for the captain to have trusted him, I must hats off from him.
Hats up, and we'll be telling you much more about the performance of Team Ibeju from first ball up onto the 10th over that we are currently getting into now.
Come on. I'll tell you what, this is my man of the moment. That man, Ipoli Victor, all the way from Edo State. Real class here. I would want to see more of him. Consistency, he deserves it, and he's done well today. What a beauty. What a beauty. All set. On your screen again. There you go. No answer. Top of a stone from outside your stump. Real beauty.
And you can see the discussion of Team FGC on the field. Endurance, they have longed for this title. The only title they can boast of, Endurance, is winning the midweek league. I wish we can go back to the midweek league. It was very interesting to see. But they only won the midweek league. They've been itching to get a result which is more like winning a title, and today looks more like that day that it will happen based on this kind of performance.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ajida, but let me remind you that cricket is biscuit and a game of 2 halves. Don't take anything away from this game. 100 runs on the board could take your fortunes. It's anything, but at the moment, it's FGC Warriors to lose. They're looking good, they look set. It's Ibeju struggling at 50 for 6 after 9.5. And it's Victor Ipoli who is the man of the day.
And here comes another batter that a lot is rested upon his shoulder. On his day, you call him tormentor in chief because he can destroy any team with his bat. Prosper Hussaini, on that day where he's prospering with the ball, he hits you for 6 and 4s. Let's see what he brings to the table. But Prosper Hussaini is coming at a time where he needs to steady the ship.
I just need Prosper to bat 5 overs.
I'll tell you what, Coach Sani Ahmed ensuring those last minute instruction goes to that man Joshua Sia at the boundary. He knows it. Yes, Sani's been around the team for a long time. It worked out to put his team together alongside Eroy Ororo. And I'll tell you one thing, they're getting the needed support. A lot of infield players from Edo State. Beautiful academy there at Edo College, turning out these beautiful players.
Back to you, Aji. I would love to see Prosper bat 5 overs and let's see what it brings out. It will be quite interesting if this boy can just take 5 overs.
And this has brought us to the end of the 10th over, and they are on 50 runs for loss of 6 wickets. Quickly, Endurance and Oniko, let me chronicle. Okay, this is the batting statistics. The best batter up until this moment is still David Abibode, who faced 14 balls and scored 17 runs. None out of the other batters have been able to get into double digits. The closest to David Abibode has been Ridwan Karim, who scored 8, and of course Ajeku Daniel, who scored 7. But quickly, let me chronicle what they've been able to achieve, and this is the bowling statistics for you. Rosa still in search of his first wicket after bowling 2 overs. Peter O has bowled 2 overs. He's got 1 wicket to show for it. Chemele Bekwe has bowled 3 overs, got 1 wicket. But the star performer for them has to be Victor Ipoli, who has bowled 3 overs and has gotten 3 wickets. They have a new bowler coming from the Court of Appeal end, Isaac Oyemba, who is a bowler and also opens batting with Selim Salau.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was good to see both of them bat through that Island Tigers today. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big party here in FGC Warrior. We walk through this 50 for 6 after 10 overs. They are in a very, very good position, a rare one in the history of FGC Warrior Old Student Cricket Club. I think they've done well to be in this position. Let's see what this bowling would bring. The keeper is up.
From the bench to the dugout, from the fans to the supporters, you could see how much FGC Warrior wants this. He wants this so much. They are really in it together in spirit with the boys on the field and those out off the field as well.
I'll tell you what, I agree with you, Nikoi. It's about who wants it most, and at the moment, FGC Warrior is showing that grit and spirit, and I hope that they'll be able to keep the momentum till it's, as usual, it's a game of 2 halves.
You have it here, 51 for 6, 10 overs still to bat. And if they allow you to sneak away, they are a very disciplined field inside. If they get 100 here, it could be more trouble for FGC Warri. But hey, it's all here. Yesterday we saw Selim and Oyimba did very well for them, taking it all the way from that Island Titans side, the league winners. Cross foul gets on the mark this time. Current run rate is sitting on 5. But what you want to see if you're a supporter of Ibeju Lekki, projected score of 101 at the end of the 20th over. But it's FGC Warri who has 4 wickets to take to ensure this doesn't happen. And I'm sure they're going to work extremely hard to make a quick work of this finals.
Endurance Onikoyi, without a proper cricket over to play on, there's no way good cricket can be played. And after this ball, we'll be heaping praises on the guys who ensure that this place looks so beautiful.
Shot, what a shot that is. Oh, good way. Fantastic running. Fantastic running. In fact, fantastic running. Very well driven down to the long off.
And big shout out to this quartet who make this cricket over look so beautiful. Mark Edza, Abubakar Adamu, Khalifa Adamu, and Tahiru Bello.
Ajidagba, just to run you through the stats a bit, we've seen over 10,000 runs this season, which is very rare and it's good to see. Since 618 wickets taken. Wide delivery from Isaac Onyemba. The shot from the dugout of Ibeju Lekki, urging their players to back through the innings. Is what you want to see. Just 100 in this 35, 50 runs partnerships. And 200 runs plus partnership. Goes for the big swing, misses that one all the way. That man, Emmanuel Okudili. Hey, just to tell you what, Ajidagba, that guy used to bat with me for Nigeria at number 3. Still doing it at 42 years old. We must commend him. You can't take anything away from that. Yeah. Well, Nikoya Ademola, I'm sorry guys, I'm not playing at this level, but I don't know how you guys do it. But this Emmanuel Okudili, one of the finest Nigeria's ever had. Hits the ball cleanly. He loves to score big runs for Nigeria.
And just maybe it was the one they said big things more like.
It's good running, trying to take runs off everything. You know, this is what happens when you're way behind the run you must have projected for yourself as a team. So every opportunity, every chance to take a single, doubles, you just go for it.
Noisy call, brilliant call here, big shout, loud and clear no. Now when we talk about music and cricket, gentlemen, you're going to find some rhythm about it. Bringing in the Caribbean brand to Nigerian brand.
This is the way it is, brother.
And just very quickly, so that I will allow the two of you chime in into this discussion. Yes, we are going for the water break now, and after 11 overs, it's 58 for 6. Guys, chime in on this. In the first over, they scored 5 runs. In the second over, they increased it to 10 runs. In the third over, they increased it to 27 runs. The fourth over, they brought it down. It's now 29 runs. Fifth over, 36 runs. Sixth over, 39 runs. Seventh over, 41 runs. Eighth over, 44 runs. 9th over 48 runs, 10th over 50 runs, and 11th over 58 runs. Guys, you want to look at how they've been able to cut down on those excesses that we were having before. And just let me start with you. It's been a while we saw Team Ibeju to score a boundary, and credit must go to the bowlers.
Well, I agree with you. When you lose wicket, that is what happens at Jidagba. It slows down the game, and FGC Warri have done just what is needed to ensure that that run rate doesn't fly. The first few overs was practically a disaster. But it tells you, if you take out 30 runs from 58 runs, it would have been 28 or just 38 for 6. So it shows how well they've come back into this game. We must give it to that young man, Victor Epoli, who bowled brilliantly well. And it's what you expect when you have a unit that can put team together. That's again, those are the wickets for you. And it tells you clearly how hard they've worked, to ensure that chip one there. That was David departing, not what Ibeju would like. And then this wicket, unnecessary running, and it was Karim Ridwan, the man who been struggling. He knows it, he's disappointed, and of course, he departs. Shea Olympio, beautiful, from top of off stop into that wicket line. It's Victor Epoli, and Shea would depart there for not scoring. So I'll tell you what, Adidaga, it's FDC Warriors game to lose. Ibeju will have to dig deep to come back into this one at 58 for 6 after 11.
Let me ask you this question before we get on with the game quickly. We are a realist. Looking at what Ibeju have and the batters that they have at the dugout and what FDC is bowling after 11 overs, at the end of 20 overs, where do you think realistically they can be? Let's leave the projected score.
So for me, it's about how these two guys are in right now. It's how they go. These two guys need to bat the next 4 overs, looking to score runs, looking for about 50 runs in the next 4 overs. So if they can get between 30 and 50, we might say, I would say they will be around the 160s and 170s they are required. But these two guys need to, at the same time, go for it, attacking, at the same time, defensive. So defensive, but you're not totally going dead. You're looking into the gaps, taking tools. There are so many gaps out there that you can find that will take you to boundaries instead of going big and not getting the runs. If these two guys bat for the next 4 overs, and we'll see what the way they are in the next 4 overs, I can say Ibeju should be able to get between 130 160.
Excellent thought from Admiral Nikoi. And getting into the 12th over, they brought Joshua Asia.
Brilliant run in between wicket. This is what FDC Warriors must be careful not to allow. Because I'll tell you what, the shot.
What was that?
Again, uncalled for. Just uncalled for. The play looking good. There you go, the Rixie run. And brilliant piece of fielding, ensuring they go for the miracle.
As a batter, you also need to know the kind of partner you're batting with. If it's the one with quick feet, you can't just call Prosper for such run for a second one and you think you get away with it. This is actually the time you needed Prosper at the moment. Prosper knows Joshua very well. They know each other. So this is the kind of battle you want to see. And losing him to this kind, it's not ideal. In comes Chuku James, vastly experienced batter, and hopefully he has been doing it for the team for a couple of years now, steadying the ship. But this period is quite tense, and we're looking at what he will be able to do this time around.
And I love the spirit coming from Chimene Udekwe to another teammate of his at the national team, patting him at the back that sorry had lines.
Again,
friends,
I would always blame Prosper for this. Right, he's got the call, he's got to say no. It takes 2 to run, you can't accept it every time. You're slower, but you've got the power and skills to hit boundaries. It's quite disappointing to see such a talent walk out of the wicket that way. I'll tell you what, straight away, I want a game of this finals. I don't want to see Ibeju bowled out for 60 or 70. I want to see 130 runs and I want to see FGC Warriors chase it down. That is what you call cricket. But so far, it's been disappointing. But again, we must not take anything away from the FGC Warrior players.
In comes James Chukwu, former player of Ogoroks of Abeokuta, one of the oldest in the team.
This is looking like an anticlimax. 59 for 7, 11.3 overs. Again, is it going to happen this time? But they say that's what we're talking about. I understand the pain of Prosper Hosseini. It's been a banter all day between him and Joshua Sia. They are great bullies. They want to go hard on each other, and he wanted it. You can see him not taking off his pad. He knows it. They're going to drive him back to Edo State, and it's going to be all banter against him if he loses this game.
So when you look at the run that was made just now, you could see that Miracle was being careful of how he's running. He's been involved in 2 run-outs right now, and the blame has been mostly on him. So, you know, no matter what happens as a batter, you still need to keep the game going. Where you're supposed to take the singles, you take it. You know, as a batter, I love to look out for how you get runs. You know, when fielders are misfielding, can we make it? We need to be ready.
I'm going to ask a very trickish question after this ball.
Shot, what a shot. Oh Lord. Fantastic running from these boys, fantastic.
Before I was going to ask, why didn't leave Ifeanyi James Chukwu so late? He could bat for this moment. He could bat for this moment. He saved a lot of games for Ibeju in many games. I mean, when I was there 7 years, he saved a lot of games. He bats deep, but he takes his time and just bats through the innings. It's end of the 12th over and it's 64 for the loss of 7 wickets, trailing at 5.7 per over.
I was going to ask Endurance this question. This goes to Endurance and of course Onikoye. I like the fact that the two of you once captained a team before. In this situation that Miracle is now, psychologically is down, knowing that 2 batters who could give them over 50 runs have been run out owing to his own mistake. Somebody needs to get in there, and that's the job of the captain when the opportunity comes to continue to tell him that forget about those guys that are out. Please play through the innings and score the runs for us, because you can have that psychological warfare going on in your head that I cost this team 2 very important batters.
Ajidagba, as long as you are still batting, you haven't lost the game. That's my captaincy. That is what I'll tell you. If you bat through this innings and take us to 120, 130, I'll forgive every other sins you've committed.
You know, sometimes we put all blames on the captain, and which is not. We want every information to come out from the captain. He's got a lot of boys to look after, and you want the captain to think about everything. At times, it could be one of the teammates that would be like, just say something to the skipper. Can we say this to him? Can we, the skipper might not even reason it. Oh no! Lucky, he got that off. That was a full one.
And this is a new bowler coming from the Court of Appeal end, Destiny Chilimaya.
Yeah, Destiny is tall and vast. He could hit some decent length. You could see from his first over now, he's looking to bowl the Yorkers. Like I said to Chiemele, you cannot, when you are not in control already, you cannot start. If you are not a specialist that bowls with Yorkers from start, you cannot just start doing that. That's down the leg again, looking to bowl the Yorkers as well. You need to make sure your hands are free. Your hands are free from the first over, decent lengths, decent areas. You've got the opportunity of having your 5 fielders out.
If you are listening, Destiny, the destiny of these guys is in your hands. Bowl them out. That's what Onikoye is telling you.
Aji, I never said go there.
Are you a drinker, Aji? Aji is a drinker. He's saying that it happened. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I would say, are you a native doctor? I'm a native of Ogun State.
we need to check what he's
Now be careful about you.
We need to check what he's got under his tongue.
I just said what he just said.
I never said. I said pick up a length to free your arms and you start bowling your yokers.
That's quite disappointing though, playing across the line. I mean, at this stage, I know how tough it will be for Miracle involving two runners, not being able to back through, and 68 for 8. It's ADC Warri making a day of this and enjoying the moments, certainly enjoying the moments. Before, quite disappointing here of Ibeju Lekki. So we have thought they would go all the way 130, 140 plus, but they've lost 8 wickets, 4 of those wickets, those cheap cover drives, wickets taken in the cover region, and those 2 runouts, unacceptable. 4 wickets gifted away to FGC Warri. But however, they've been very good, fantastic bowling this area and taking the opportunities on the offer.
Yeah, if you know, as a batter, you need to be interested. You need to want to bat. In this kind of situation, I love to bat in this kind of situation where I know there are no people around. Wickets are being lost, and I just dig in. You've got 8 overs to bat. That's plenty. It looks like we're losing wicket. Forget about the wicket. I just keep batting. Talk to your partner. Let us enjoy this moment. Let's stay in this sun. Let's get burnt, and we also need out for our team. But the way it's looking, it's like after I feel running being done, they feel they've done enough, and it looks like they have been there for so long, so they need to start doing things. You've got lots of overs to bat, so you need to bat through. Even these two batters that are left, they can still do something. Karim Gabal, it's a prospect, and I'm sure he will want to prove a point. Still an under 19 and playing in this kind of finals, another 19 player playing in this kind of finals, you want to get something done.
Well, I mean, you can't take anything away from this. Plays across the line in the air.
Look at it.
Big wickets.
Come on.
All happy moments. Happy moments for FGC Warri. This is a team, Onikoyi, that have come second in the league and are here today ensuring they become the Super Cup final. I will tell you what, if you ask me, they deserve it. They need to take it and they need to finish strong. That's the wicket for you again. He goes across the line, gets a leading edge, and the wicketkeeper, Selim Saliu, ran all the way into that goalie region to take that catch. Just what is needed is 68 for 9 from 13 overs.
Oh man, what a way to get out. You know, like I said, you need as a batter to want to bat. You know, you don't play risk shots, you don't look to be fancy, you don't look to, you know, the wicket, you're way behind. You need to dig out your team from the hole they are in. But right now the batters are looking like they don't want it anymore. The pressure has gotten into them even from the bench.
Endurance, this is not what we envisaged. We talked about it, we promoted it, we hyped it, but this is a sharp contrast to what we talked about. And the man coming in is Chuku. Okay, when you see patterns like this, you know that they are cut out to bowl. That's what they are doing, but anything can still happen. And when I was speaking to Egosa said, we want to keep Ibeju a good side under 100, but it looks as this game might even be lower than what they achieved against Island Titans yesterday.
Ajiragba, I just mentioned to Onikoyi, right? You can't take anything away from this FGC Warri side. They've come second in the main league and they are here today dominating the Super 4 finals. They deserve it. Brilliant piece of bowling here by Toto Asia. It would be a single. Again, we talked about Ifeanyi Chukwu, James, you know, that man batting so late and deep. He should have batted at number 4 or 5 to be able to back through 20 overs. His experience, he's been in this team for over 10 years and he knows how to do this. He's been in this situation. I would have thought that he would have gone up the order to bat at number 4 and would have just taken Ibeju quietly into the 120 mark. But him batting at number 8 is quite disappointing.
Yeah,
but let's not take it away from FGC Warrior.
You know, it's quite disappointing seeing Chuku to bat download the order. It's quite disappointing. You know, when you are in mess, you should, as a team, you should be able to figure out that who is our protector. You don't just look to trust those that can actually swing hard and get the boundaries for you. As a team, you know, if you are scoring big and the runs are flowing, yeah, it's fine. But once you are in this kind of situation, you need someone that will protect you, and which is supposed to be Chuku at that moment, but was still pushed down to bat 8, down very, very, very low the order, and now he's got no one to bat with. With the way he has batted in the last 2 overs, you could see that he's willing to be there, he's willing to do things. Experienced player for me, I say.
If you take up 36, I mean, after this over, you have 36 more deliveries. Even if they score 36 runs, that is above 100, you know, so. Brilliant shot straight to the fielder at longer. Another single, and it's Okeke and James Chuku who are really trying to make something of this game. Projected score from here is 107. That's it, that's the experience we're talking about. Onikoye, he wants a second, no easy call from Chuku, but a brilliant shot there, just for a single. From this moment, if you take a running ball, you will get to 100 mark, and then you have a game in our hands. But at the moment, 74 for 9. FGC Warrior needs to be really careful. Brilliant shot finds the gap through the cover area, but they score all the way. Fielders on the chase, Emmanuel Okuni there. Oh, brilliant work. They would save again, 2 runs there. And it's again 76 runs for 9 after 14 over. This is very good. Ibeju looking to work really hard with the 10th wicket partnership, carry them through. The FGC Warriors still things for them. Joshua Asia just finished bowling, conceding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from that over.
You know, as a batter in this kind of a thing, you just need to keep surviving and bat through this way. FGC will need a special ball to get this batter out, because the way they are looking right now, they are not looking like they want to lose their wicket. They will just want to get behind and make sure they get into the gaps. You know, it was a brilliant stop from Peter Ao at the fence, you know, chasing the ball down deep point and throwing his body at it to get the stop.
Let me just quickly run you through that partnership. Adeku Daniel and David Abibode face 23 balls, scored 28 runs. Ridwan Karim and David Abibode face 7 balls, scored 8 runs. Ridwan Karim and Shea Olipio face 6 balls, scored 3 runs. Ridwan Karim and Miracle Kage face 7 balls, scored no run. Ridwan Karim and Miracle Akigbe face 6 balls, scored 6 runs. Chimaka Chukwu and Miracle Akigbe face 10 balls and scored 5 runs.
Good. This is good.
Can they go for 2? Looks like a risky 2 they're going for. But he's safe.
The save made it home right in time. This is what you want to see. You want to see someone vastly experienced to hold up your innings. You don't play in too deep and you feel you're safe. Most times the big hitters don't come into party. It's those that could be able to milk around, rotate around, that will help the team.
That was a slip there from Emmanuel Okudili. And the captain goes there to salvage that situation, but great to know that Okudili is back on his feet.
Bro, you need to get a canvas with your cricket should need to be with iron spikes. You know, we can't at this stage we can't be using rubber spikes and be running on a lush ground and you feel you'll be comfortable. Your knees are calling for it. Good.
Good bowling there from Destiny Chilemaya. And as a matter of urgency, they need to get this wicket. They need to get this wicket because the longer these two continue to bat, could be a problem for team FGC.
Shot. That was a fantastic cross from Peter Hall. Fantastic.
Great piece of fielding for Peter Hall, running the channels, ensuring that that ball does not go for four. And Andy, one of the people you don't want to play against are people who are tailenders and they just want to play no grip for anybody cricket. They stay there, can be very dangerous to a team.
Slower delivery, but this time another dot ball. Brilliant piece of work by Selim Salu there. I agree with you, Ajinagba. Tailenders can be really very frustrating. But hey, if you ask me, I want more runs on the board because I want this to be a good final.
Absolutely. And this is almost looking like what can be a bit decent for Ibeju to defend in the second innings. The last batters is Chukwu, Okeke, and James Chukwu.
Played fantastic.
I tell you one thing, guys, 100 runs on the board will make this an interesting final. It's 15 overs, gold. We have 5 overs left, 30 deliveries. Last wicket partnership.
Yeah, 100 runs. It's a fast score the way we're looking at it on this kind of wickets. You know, like I said earlier when being asked about the bowling or the batting side, I said the bowling will definitely dominate when you look at both teams. That the batters will need to really dig deep into this game, and we've seen that. Though we've seen some shots that are not worthy of the kind of ball that was being bowled at, and the bowlers got wicket through it. 2 run outs, 2 chip to the cover region.
We are getting into the 16th over. 5 more overs to go, and we'll come to the end of the first innings of this Super 4 final between the Ibeju Lekki Club 1 and the Federal Government College Warri Old Student Association. Yeah, Peter Hall is back into his third over. Can he be the one to clean up his tailenders?
And that's it. Aji, you've got something underneath your tongue, bro. We need to be watchful of you. We need to be up. But you're not doing this. You didn't do this yesterday. Maybe this year your beloved team would have qualified for the finals. You know, it's good to see, you know, Peter Hall came back from that first over that he had lots of extra in that first over. And in the next 7 balls he had bowled has been fantastic. The second over and this third over to come and clean up the tail ender.
And Onikoi, this is almost looking like what happened yesterday. Island Titans Cricket Club were in this 8th region, and they have also ensured that they restricted them to that also. But the match summary of the first inning, David Amibole, the top batter, and that's to show you how poor Ibeju was in the first innings. Scored 17 runs off 14 balls. Miracle Aibe faced 15 balls, scored 11 runs. James Chukwu faced 8 balls and of course scored 10 runs. And for the bowling, Victor Ipoli, top bowler, got 3 wickets for 10 runs in 3 overs. Peter Hall, 2.1 overs, 2 wickets for 11 runs. Destiny Chilemaya, 2 wickets for 10 runs in 2 overs. Absolutely brilliant. That is the summary.
Brilliant. When you look at his scorecard again, you would see that Peter Hall Peter Hall scorecard. Peter Hall score has been fantastic. It's even better than the skipper Destiny Eosa. It's better because the first over wasn't so good. Then he came back in the second and the third over, because definitely has both just one over in the third over to clean up.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that's the size of the package for the first innings. We shall be back for an entertaining second innings. An innings where Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 need to defend 82 runs, and an innings where FGC has to score 83 runs to win their first title.
the completion of 15.1 overs, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club will be looking to defend 82 runs, technically 83 runs in 120 balls. And it seems like this is not the performance a lot of players and a lot of fans and a lot of cricketers expected from a high-ranked side who has been undefeated for the last 15 years. But it looks like not only have they lost the league, Sheon Ajidagba, it seems like they are about to lose the Super 4, and for the first time, or probably the second or the third time in the last 2 decades, Ibeju Lekki might be trophyless.
It's hard to believe that a team like Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, one, a talented side, would end the season without any trophy. It's been a long time we saw that. But like we always say, impossibility is nothing. Who they bowl, they bat. And who they bat, they bowl. Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 scored 82 runs all out in 15.1 overs. Their top batter was David Abibode, who scored 17 runs off 14 balls. Following closely was Miracle Ikaige, who scored 11 runs off 15 balls, and James Chukwu, who scored 10 runs off 8 balls. And for the bowling, Victor Iboli, 3 wickets for 10 runs. Peter O, 2 wickets for 11 runs. Destiny Chilemaya, 2 wickets for 10 runs. And the brief is simple. 83 is what is required.
Just before you and Onikoyi takes over, Onikoyi, if you were the batting coach of FGC Warri, what would be your strategy and what would be your game plan?
These two openers of mine should just keep doing what they have been doing all season. Bat long, bat 20 overs, and it'll be easy. It's just 4.3 and over. Look to score 4 singles and over. One odd boundaries will come in, then we're comfortable. You know, bat through the 20 overs, and the result is ours already.
So on the flip side of it, if you were the bowling coach of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, so interestingly, you have actually played for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club once. If you were in that field, what would you be telling the bowlers to do for 120 balls?
Make it a hell for the batters. Pick more dot balls, and make sure you're bowling body line outs and bowling back of the lane, making sure you are hitting areas where the batters won't have room to swing their arms and all those things. You know, difficult balls, yorkers. You know, I want my bowlers to be ready from now to want it and be interested in having it.
All right, just like he said, opening the bowling is Hussein Prosper, and the 2 batters are Salim Salawud and Isaac Oyemba. It's interesting to say that these 2 run out chance, not given there too early there, but Isaac Oyemba. And joining us in the comms box while I take a break is Endurance FM.
Thank you, Eddie. This is going to be an interesting encounter. 83 runs on the board, and it's Prosper Hosseini who looks to start proceedings for Ibeju Lekki. Salim Saliu, the man that has been consistent with the bat, showed dominance yesterday in the semis, and here again, he knows it. It's just a matter of 3 wickets and 30 runs. You get quick 30 in the first 5, and the game looks all set for FGC Warri. And you get 3 wickets, and it looks all set for Ibeju Lekki. Who's going to dominate? Onikoyi Ademola is here with me, alongside Sheon Ajidagba.
Oh Lord!
Good running in between the wickets between Isaac Oyemba and Salim Salau, 2 batters who understand each other so very well. Onikoyi, the brief is simple. When your target is 83, you require 4 per over, bearing the extras that will come with it. It makes your job very, very easy. Don't overdo things. You require just 4 per over.
Yeah, bro. I tell my batters, my partners, whenever I'm whichever team I am, I don't think about the extras because I've played a game, a 50 over game where I only that unlucky. Very quick back up from the a very quick walking in from the guy in the covers. If not, that would have been the first wicket. So as I was saying, I tell my batters we need not to think about the extras that we'll be given. We need to use our bats to get these runs and use our legs to run these runs. You know, because I played a game where in 50 over game and our opponent could only offer us 4 extras, and the score then was about 240 odds, and in an innings of 240 odds, and it was only 4 extras that we could get from our opponent. So use your bats, find gaps, and run with your legs.
What I'll be more interested about here is just to see the bowling strategy that Chima Akachukwu would be doing. Would he be having all pace bowling in the first power play, knowing truly well he's missing Mustafa Yusuf in the side for today's game, or would he try to have a mixture of medium, slow and quick pace in this particular encounter? 2 balls left in the first over. Very well bowled by Hussein Prosper, the man who brought Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club to the finals yesterday against the arch rivals Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. There's one more question before I put the mics down. Onikoyi, when you were at the dugout, that last 6 balls of yesterday's game, what was running through your mind?
I was just like, do something, don't wait
Let me answer for Onikoyi.
Don't
I wish
wait.
I was the one batting. Onikoyi wish I was the one batting.
So what would have been running through your mind? Aji.
What was going through my mind was the best batter on the day for GCI was Vincent Adewoye, but Vincent Adewoye found 3 balls. The 4th ball he got 4 runs, the 5th ball 1 run, and the last ball there was nothing they could do about it. The reason GCI lost by 6 runs, quite unfortunate, and GCI will be ruining that missed opportunity of playing in a final. Now we have come to the end of the first over. 1 shot of what is required, but they won't mind. 3 runs for loss of no wickets after 1 over.
Interesting to say that in place of Mustafa Yusuf is Okeke Bonaventure bowling from the pavilion end. If you were Chima Akachukwu, let me put you on the spot. Would you have used Bonaventure, or would you have said Chima should bowl with the new ball for the 2nd over?
No discredit to Okeke Izuchukwu. He's a fantastic bowler, no doubt. And for the captain to trust him with the ball means that he can handle the new ball. We've seen him do it time and again. And on a day like this, the captain just feels that let me just trust him with the new ball. The first over will determine what the captain will do going forward, whether he can continue to trust him with the ball. But like Onikoyi said, for someone who has seen it all and has played the game at the highest level, I was going to think that you will not trust Peter Aho with the ball anymore after that first over. But guess what? Peter Aho was trusted with the ball.
Yeah, that's the thing. As a captain, you need to win the trust of your players. You need to win the trust, because if you don't win trust of your players, there are some certain decisions, drastic decisions that you take that they will have a lot of doubt in it. But once you have the trust of your players as a captain and you want to make a very drastic decision, they will go along with you that yes, skipper, let's play. You know, these are the things you want as a skipper.
They want to do 2, and yet they do comfortable 2. This is what scoring minimal runs does to a team. Yesterday, I saw Island Titans Cricket Club score 85 runs all out in 17.2 overs, and I said to myself, this runs is just too low. But then we saw how this FGC side came at them and scored that runs without losing any wickets.
If you are a side that you are so sure of the kind of score that you are comfortable with chasing, you want to make sure you restrict your opponent in that area rather than going more than what you are able to take.
Played towards third man where Hussein Prosper is standing for just a single. A lot of people believe that we're going to see a very big, huge fight in today's game, knowing truly well that Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club is not a team that just easily gives up like that, chill. It just seems like they need to find a way to make sure that they gather enough dot balls and probably just stretch this game to around the 10 or 11 overs with Federal Government College Warri scoring less than 50 runs within that period, which will not give more pressure in that last mark of the game.
You can say that again about me, but as long as these two continue to bat, it's worry for Team Ibeju. Good stop there from Sheye Olympio, who had an unforgettable first innings with the bat. Slicing those balls, but the third man is there to ensure that just one run will be made. Prosper Hussein running that channel, and is getting pep talk from Captain Chima Akachuku, who is staying close to Izuchuku. One thing is constant, Chuku, and that means Almighty God, in whom we trust.
Fantastic shutdown square. Good pickup from Sheye. Old Ward Horse.
Interesting part of it is this. These two batters, we've seen them bat all through the league and even to the Super 6 to this very point. They are never in a hurry to hit the boundaries. They rather take the runs with their legs. And this might be one particular thing Ibeju Lekki cricket fielders will be wary about, because Salim Salau is not in a hurry to hit the boundaries. But let's not forget Akire Isesele, Emmanuel Okudili, Destiny Chilemania, Peter Aho, and the captain Egosa are big hitters for FGC Warri. So if it comes to that point, they have batters who can actually get things done. Still bowling from the cut of appeal end is Prosper Husseini.
We're doing a bit of comparison to what happened in the first innings and what is happening in the second innings. Better bowling there from Prosper Husseini. That is what is required of him. But very quickly in the first innings, for the first over, Ibeju was on 5 runs. First over for FGC, they were on 3 runs. Second over for Ibeju, they were on 10 runs. Second over for FGC, 8 runs.
Good guard pick from Salah, Salim Salah. Good to see. You know, running through the comparison of both ends in the first 2 overs. Yeah, it's good to see the way it is. They've not lost any weekend in the first over and second over, but the runs are quite different.
Yeah.
But with time, you know, we've seen with good bowling side, we've seen FGC struggled a while in the opening overs of an innings, but as time goes on, they pick up.
I think the way I'm seeing the batters go, they'll just be telling themselves, you know what? Let's just see how the bowlers are doing in the first 4 overs, or probably in the power play, since we have little runs to play with. They'll just see and hold their wickets in the first power play, and as at the time this power play is over, knowing truly well you still have 10 wickets at hand, they might go all blazing and all exploding in the last hour of the game.
Also looking at these guys, you would see that Prosper, Isaac and Salim Salau, they are from the same region. They practice together all the time. They know each other, and they are fighting it out this way on this wicket right now. That no, I'm not going to give it to you cheaply. I'm going to find a way to get runs off you. You know, all these kind of singles that you get, it's hurting, but these are what is required for as a batter. When you're not getting the big boundaries in the first or during the power play overs, you need to find a way to get runs and not play dead.
Rightly said there by Onikoyi Ademola. 2 balls left in this over. The interesting thing is this, Onikoyi. All the balls Hussein Prosper and Okeke Bonaventure has bowled to has been straight to the fielders. I think this is a good plan by Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. Gather as much dot balls as you can before the 15th over to give you at least a good fight and a good chance either to defend that runs or just lose as champions that we know them for.
They are fighting and they are making it the more difficult for FGC based on what they are currently doing, and you must commend them.
Yeah, these are things you don't want happening. You don't want it to happen. You don't want to give buys. You don't want to give extras. You know, it's hurting when you have minimal runs you're bowling at. You're defending 82 runs, and you know these buys are coming, and so that's the end of the 3rd over. It's been a fantastic bowling from Hussein and Prosper.
Considered just 5 runs in 2 overs, and it must be said that FGC are just 1 run short of what is required. The projected for them was 4 per over, and now they are on 11. But the most important part is that these 2 are still batting, and these 2 sometimes can be tormentor in chief. If care is not taken, these 2 want to say we want to take this game home for our darling team, just like we did yesterday against Island Titans.
And they are quite close to the target, you know, 11. You're supposed to get 12, you're on 11. So you're not far away from the target, which you can get in the next over.
And that's what this kind of thing does to you, that when the target is not too much. Yesterday when GCI was playing against their opponent, but Lekki Club 1 was reduced over 10 overs. The target was 7.4 per over, probably 7 per over, knowing that the extras will still come. But like Onikoyi will say, I don't rely on extras. But at some point in time, they were not achieving it, and those things were accumulating.
Fantastic driven. Good cricket all round, boys. Good cricket. Good to see this. Yeah, you don't rely on extras. Use your parts, use your legs, find the gaps as a batter, you know. Yeah, it will be difficult, but you need to sort yourself out. You need to sort things out. You need to get your team over the line, you know. But sadly, yesterday, GCI couldn't do that.
Talking about the extras, yesterday, Island Titans, as funny as it is, when they were bowling to FGC Warri, only bowled 5 extras.
And when you bowl 5 extras in 20 overs, that is brilliant.
Yeah.
But they were undone by what happened in the first innings, where they scored 85 runs.
Yeah. Good cricket.
On the flip side of it, Salim Salau's techniques of batting has been one thing that has caught not just the eyes of the selectors of the national team, but also batters like you, Onikoyi. While you were on the field playing against him, most especially, I know most of the time you stay at slips. When you look at his techniques, one run through your mind, is there any correction you would have probably thought of doing, or would you just say, you know what, young lad, continue like this, or this is what you need to improve on?
Good shot, good steal, fantastic running from the batters. Good to see this, man. About Selim, sometimes I get frustrated that you're playing T20, man, and you're taking so much time because I'm an attacking batter, and sometimes I see the kind of balls he goes for, and I'm like, you could have done this better. When you're defending, you're not supposed to defend that. You're supposed to shot. That's it. But we're able to take one off that one. Fantastic fielding from the guy at covers.
That's Dave Shuku.
Yeah, vastly experienced. Throwing his body at it and making sure they are blocking every holes on that field.
Just on the flip side, again, have you ever defended a low total before as a captain, Onikoyi, or even as a player?
As a player, yes.
Ask Onikoyi, what was the lowest total you ever defended?
Maybe that's the right word.
As a player, yes, I have. It was shot. Good. These guys are right. These guys are in it. They don't want to give any chances. They don't want to give any holes. They just want to be right in the face of the batters and making sure it's difficult for them. So with 4 overs gone and it's 14 after 4 for no loss of wicket.
69 runs required in 96 balls. To that question again, Onikoyi.
Yeah, so as a batter, I think it was 60 runs while I was playing for Pioneers, and that was against Cosmo. Back in the days, it was an ODI match, and it was 60 runs, and myself and Endurance of Fame within 9 overs we were done with the total. It was just crazy. It was crazy that year, and I think that was the year Pioneers won the league.
The league, yeah.
Yeah. So it was 60 runs. We got Cosmo all out for 60, and we had 50 overs to score 60, and in 9 or 10 overs we were done. It was very early weekend for us on that day.
Did you get both of you having something to do after the game? Because I'm wondering, for a 6 hours game, you finished it in less than 4 hours, and then for the rest of the hours, what were you doing?
No, every other guys went home. Some guys stayed back and practiced. Some just chill around and look at the beauty. Shot. Good cricket. That was fantastic running. Good to see the skipper Chima chase that ball backwards.
I was going to talk about Chima.
It was a very difficult catch to take, but he still chased it down to cut the runs. But it would have been better if he had made sure they made one. But it's quite difficult task to do. It was a top effort from him.
And he has brought in a spinner just after the 4th over, and that's Daniel Agiekum coming from the Court of Appeal end.
It's good to see Chima trusting Daniel. For about 3 or 4 games now, he has actually trusted Daniel to be bowling in these early overs. Great shot down through the covers, and good running by the batters. They'll be okay with that, taking 2 runs.
Before this game, before this over, they were 2 runs short of what we were projecting for them. Looks like they would achieve this in this over, because for every ball that Daniel has played, that's bowled, they have scored runs off every ball.
Yeah.
Aside from this,
it's a dot ball now.
64 required in 93 balls. It's 19 runs on the board, 4.3 overs. FGC Warri will be comfortable with the position at which they are. But the big question is this: when is that a catch?
No, it's bumped. It's bumped off the ground. So now, you know, in 5 overs, it's supposed to be on 20, and it's already 4.5 already, and they're on 19. So 1 ball to go. We're looking at Daniel picking another dot right now. That's another dot. So it's over now. It's 19 after 5 for no loss. And FGC is still one run short the projected score.
I think the whole plan will be get as much dot balls as you can and ensure that it gets to 1 run per ball, where your bowling superiority will now come into place. Let's not forget, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, which Oniko you can also confirm to, is a fielding side that never says never until the very last ball or the very last wicket of the game.
After 5 overs, 19 for loss of no wicket, Isaac Oyemba has faced 12 balls, scored 6 runs, a 50% strike rate. And Selim Salah has faced 18 balls and just got 12 runs. At this juncture, we have to tell you that he's back after going on a hole, that is absent without permission. Let's put it as a hope. Endurance of Fem is back. And of course, we have a family boy that will be joining us in a short while. Andy, your thought on what is going on?
Thank you, Ajidagba. Trust me, it's 19-4-0 from 5. I think FGC Warri in a very stand commanding position. 64 required of 90 deliveries. They look poised for clinching this one. However, we know what this game is all about. It's about numbers. You get wickets in hand, you can dominate, and if you lose wickets, you could find yourself in all sorts of trouble. But 64 from 90 deliveries is FGC's to lose. It's Ibeju Lekki Insurance captain Chima Akachuku who comes into the attack from the pavilion end, and he will be doing what? Selim Salu, the man who's dominated the league all around, is still at the craze. 12 of 18 deliveries alongside Isaac Oyemba, 6 of 12 deliveries. It's Chima versus Selim Salau.
And Andy, as a captain, you'll be very happy to see that your guys are still batting. We got overs and we got wickets.
That's a wide, much needed runs for FGC Warri. They will be happy at the bench. The dugout seemed quite exciting. Musu 20 for no loss from 5.0. It's Akachuku Chima, the captain of Ibeju Lekki. He knows what is required. He has to walk through this one, and he needs a wicket. He realizes and he knows it. It's very, very disciplined batting here by the FGC Warri batters. They know all they need to do is bat through 20 overs and they will bring this home. But again, we know what the numbers can become in a couple of overs. Can Ibeju turn things around? Will the skipper get wickets here to keep his team in free of affairs? But let's see. This time drifting down leg. Not much interest there by the umpire. Not very keen appeal by the fielders. It's just another dot here.
It could be frustrating seeing this kind of batter playing T20, but to be honest, for an under 19 player, this is good. You know, where you have to bat 50 overs, you have to bat longer overs. You need to play long innings. Because when this guy strikes some balls, you see that yes, he can actually be trained to be a better T20 player.
I can't agree less before. I mean, once you've shown that kind of quality, in a couple of months, Nigerian under 19 will be playing in Division 2 qualifiers, hopefully in Malawi. And we would like to see Selim Salau batting through 50 overs for Nigeria. So this is T20 cricket. You want to call for a lot. He's taking his time. He's gotten a lot of runs for his team. And that's put his team in the second position at the end of the league and today dominating these finals. More runs for FGC Warri. This would go all the way. Much needed runs. Yeah, it's a wide 4 and it's 5 runs added to that total. Brings us to 25 after 5.3 overs. That's what we're talking about, Onikoyi. Taking advantage of what is required. No need for risks. It's called calculated risks. He doesn't have to do too much because it's just 84, 83 runs on the board. And you just need to back through the innings. I mean, this is good to see how he's composed himself. It's a lesson for other batters in the league to try and see how this young man, Salim Salau, has dominated the league with runs and putting FGC Warri in that comfortable second position at the end of the league. And today, all poised. Brilliant shots.
Fantastic.
Just basics, Onikoyi. Basics.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's his style have actually worked for him all through the season, and it's good to see. It's good to see. You know, when you've got runs underneath your belt, it's a good thing to applaud. You know, Salah have done really well for FGC all through the season. Shot.
Again, you talked about how well he has done for FGC Warri. You certainly would also talk about his partner Isaac Onyemba. I mean, both of them have been invited to the elite games that will be coming up on Friday and Saturday for the President's Cup in honor of the President's 60th birthday. Oh yeah, but brilliant.
Turn up in a big way. The party hard.
Yeah, man. No sleeping tonight. Oh, fantastically driven. What a way to go. What a way to go.
You want to see the beauty from that one. Rocks back and would light that one through the covers, finding that gap, ensuring the boundary comes up for FGC Warri. Where you want to be anytime. It's FGC Warri clinching closer, but it's 57 required from 85 deliveries.
This is what I like as a captain. You know, if I'm so sure my bowlers will be bowling one spot, I won't mind having just one fielder on the left side. I make sure I block every areas that the opposing batters are going to most likely be striking the balls on the outside. You know.
I can't agree less, Onikoyi. 53 from 84 deliveries, but I want FGC Warri to finish this game in 50 deliveries, ensuring they dominate this Super 4. They've done well. They deserve to be where they are presently, and it's good to see how they've managed to rally around. Isaac Onyemba 10 of 14, Salim Salau 13 of 22 are the ones doing the damage for no loss. It's 30 for no loss after 6 overs, and it's FGC Warri batting.
That brings us to the end of power play. My wonderful colleagues, as at this stage, Ibeju Lekki Club 1 was on 39, and now FGC are on 30.
Oh, what a
piece of fielding there. Full toss.
James Chuku.
Didn't really get much of that one. James Chuku does the damage control for Ibeju Lekki. Around the cover region, experienced campaigner for that team. Here, Ajeku Daniel will have to do more than this. Straight to James Chuku again, keeping them a triangular involvement there. Daniel to Isaac Onyemba to Chuku at covers. Oh, this is very, very smart cricket there by Isaac Onyemba, trying to use soft hands to ensure that he gets a single. This is what we talk about T20 cricket. If you get 2 dots, you have to find that single, and that's what he's looking for. 6.3 overs bowled. Oh, brilliant piece of bowling. He gets his man. The much needed wicket is Daniel Acheku who gets a break for Ibeju Lekki, and it's 31 for 1 after 6.3 overs. Happy moments here.
Yeah,
brilliant piece of work here.
Happy moment for Ibeju. Even though they are still kind of not so confident this is going to come their way, but they are still battling it. It was good to see very consistent bowling from Daniel, and they have made it so difficult for Isaac this over to get runs.
When you look at the bench of FGC, the calmness that exudes there is the kind of calmness you see from a team that knows that there's nothing to fret about. We will bring this one home based on the players that they have at their disposal. The man going in now, Destiny Chilemaya, permit me to use this word, he's one crazy batter that can just get in there and hit 2 or 3 sixes, and that's the bench of the FGC. You can see this is like a party-like mood attitude from them, that we are just waiting for this game to end based on the number of wickets that we have, the number of overs that we have, and the personnel that we have to do this job. After the 8th over, we will be joined by a female who was with us yesterday all through and had to come in today. Fume will definitely join us after the 8th over, but currently is 31 for loss of 1. Destiny Chilemaya is a new entrant. They need 52 runs in 81 balls. The number of balls they are facing and the number of runs they require makes it very, very easy for them. Since we said it endurance that they require 4 per over, in the previous over they achieved what was required, because if we are doing 4 per over, it means that after the end of the 6th over they should be on 24 runs, but they're on 30 runs.
I'll tell you, I agree with you, Ajidak, but I think Ibeju has done well to keep a fighting spirit in this game. This time no is the call, and it's that man Destiny Chilemaya who is at the crease, join Salim Salau. 31 for 1 from 6.4 deliveries, 52 off 81. Big shot, yes, and it's given. He gets his man. More and more trouble here for FGC Warriors. 31 for 2. Ibeju Lekki looking to find something in this game. A game that is looking like an anticlimax. That is it again from your screen. Daniel Ajeku beats his man, and a quick work, easy work for the wicket keeper. And that man Destiny will depart. That is what they say. 1 brings on 2. Unikui, what do you make of this?
Yeah, this second wicket is a booster to Ibeju Lekki, you know. It's a booster to them. Now they can shout. Now they can be right on top of the batter. They've gotten 2 wickets already in 6.5 overs. You know, you can't take so much away from how this Ibeju team have fielded, how their bowling has been disciplined. You know, now it's time for the batters of FGC to dig things out, just the way Ibeju dug out their ways during their batting innings.
A very good bowling there by Daniel Ajeku. Brings on some music for the Ibeju fans here at the TBS Cricket Oval for the final of the Super 4, the CCC 2023. So 24 cricket season. The last day of it, it's been over 130 games here from November last year till date. In 2 divisions, it's MRI and Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club who have qualified to play in Division 1 next season. And here are the Super 4 finals. God Bowling wants the single. Will they get it? Run out opportunity, but some say that is Akere Isesele alongside Salim Seleo.
And that's the former captain of the side, Akere Isesele, was the former captain, and Egosa Agedo Destiny took over from him. What they just tell these 2 guys, you need to form a partnership. And when you form a partnership, you can bring this game up. I'm sure they'll be happy that Salim Salau is still batting. And once Salim Salau continues to bat, it means they have a player who can take them home.
Ajita, that's the pressure I talk about here. So Salau will have to pick up his pace here. He needs to keep getting 3, 4 and over from this moment to ensure that you don't leak the game that deep. Because if you do that and then you lose 2, 3 wickets, then you could get into trouble in the last 5 overs. But you don't want to leave it too deep. This game should end in the 15th over, and it's a time for the batters from FGC World to take responsibility and take the game away from Ibeju. Then there are 13 overs to come, and this is the over number 8 from that man Karim Redwan.
That previous over was a fantastic over for Daniel Ajeku. he considered just 2 runs, and he also got 2 wickets to go along with it.
With 2 dot balls, man. With 2 dot balls. It was a very good over from Daniel. And a very good one for Ibeju team. Now Ridwan is starting this 8th over and he's picked the dot already. You know, we talked about dot balls the other time, and as much as many they can rake in will be nice for Ibeju. But this shouldn't be a batting pressure for FGC, and they should not also play themselves into a situation where they'll find it difficult to get out from.
Wonderful piece of fielding there by Ridwan Karim. It shows character, and they know what is required. They want wickets, and essentially we have to get going. At this point, you just want to get off strike and let the man who's in keep batting. Big swing, but this time it would be 1 run to FGC Warri. A wide delivery, this time drifting down the leg side. Ridwan. The pressure is up. Both teams, the bench is quiet. The dugouts, everyone is waiting. Brilliant trip. It finds the gap down, fine leg. Would this go all the way? Fielder comes around it. No, he does well to keep it in play. It would just be 2 runs from that delivery.
Benjamin, you have to ask what made Karim change his mind. What we were doing well. You have people on the offside, and then you are bowling on the leg side where you have few protection. He was lucky that ball did not race for 4. This is much better, and this is what is required of him.
So the thing is, Ajidagba Yuyo is a leg spinner, and he has that one that comes back like the off spin. So he's trying to drift it from the leg stump line. Again, if you miss just that length, you drift down the leg side. So you expect that, but if he manages to pitches it, it could become problem to the batter. The full toss would be a single. Will they get a second? Fielder comes around it. No is the call. Brilliant piece of work from Karim Ghaffar, who runs deep from deep mid wicket, and that brings us to the end of the 8th over. It's 36 for 2. 47 from 72 deliveries required.
At this stage, I would just like to welcome Fumi into our midst. And at this stage, Ibeju Lekki Club won 44 runs, and now FGC are 36. Fumi, good afternoon. And are you surprised that these 2 teams are playing in the final?
Good afternoon, Aji. No, I'm not surprised. I was there yesterday and I watched their performance, and it was quite brilliant. Although I was a little bit sad when Isaac got out, because I was seriously rooting for Selim and Isaac's partnership from ball 1 to the last ball like they did yesterday. It would have been it would have shown the viewers that yesterday was not a fluke, yesterday was not a mistake. We know what we are doing. But it's quite okay, it's quite well. The game must go on, and that is what we are watching right now.
But for me, every day will not be Christmas, where you have to play out the 20 overs without losing any wickets. More importantly, for a team like Ibeju, a very tough side.
Yeah, I know.
But are you surprised about the score put up by Ibeju in the first innings?
I'm shocked. I expected more. I expected more from Ibeju Lekki. But as the previous commentator said, Ibeju Lekki is known to be a very, very good fielding side. They are a team that I know that can play 20 runs and go to the field and defend the 20 run. So 83 on board is a run that is very, very defendable. Any day.
Oh Lord!
A missed catch. That would have been a brilliant catch if it was gotten. And then he drifted away for 4 runs.
There you have it on the replay. It would have been a fantastic take by Izochukwu. Top effort from him. Top effort.
I was wondering how he could catch that ball and land without the ball falling. But we would have been proud of him if he had even managed to stop that ball rather than the ball racing for a bounce. But the effort he put in was quite brilliant. That attempt alone was great, and they continue to rack up the runs that is required.
Yeah, he could have taken the catch and the ball won't pop out from his hand. Depends on how you're landing. But it was a top effort from him. It's a top effort. It's good to see trying to defend 82 runs. It's good to see this from the fielding side.
After 9 overs fully, they are on 42 for 2. Akere Sesele has gotten into the mark as quickly as possible, faced 11 balls and scored 9 runs. And Selim Salau has faced 25 balls and scored 15 runs. Most importantly, is on to back. But here's the thing: the calculation was 4 per over based on the number of runs that their opponent put in the first innings. And if it's 4 per over, you would have thought that after 10 overs was when they should be on 40. But now we are on 42 as at the 9th over, and anything can still happen in this 10th over.
I mean, looking at the statistics on board for FGC, where you can say that there's no pressure. There's no pressure on them. 41 runs needed in 66 balls. No pressure. Just go there, do the basics, just like yesterday. And take it a ball at a time. A ball at a time. If the boundaries come, fine. But if the singles are coming in too. But the most important thing is just know how to rotate the strike so that the board keep on ticking.
If FGC wins, they are deserving winners, and it's been long coming because it was not today that they started this project. They started this project for a very long time. A lot of players have passed through FGC worry, but finally they will say to themselves, we found the right antidote and we found the right players that can take us to that high. Don't forget, they struggled with Island Titans, who won the league, but now they are on the verge of winning the Super 4 competition, which will be their first major title.
Yeah, it will be nice to see. It will be nice to see FGC win this, and they would love it as well. Just the way they have been trying to get shots. Well driven down to the long of. Good cricket all around. So I was saying it would be nice to see FGC win this. They will love it as well, and I'm sure they're going to party out having this victory. Fantastic play down, deep point, good chase from at the boundary, very well thrown.
And for me, it will be a perfect birthday gift for the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Mr. Uya Pata. This is going to be the best birthday gift you will ever get, that a team he has come to love eventually won the major trophy.
I was about to say that. I'm sure wherever the president is right now.
He's here.
Is he here today? Oh, I'm sure he's somewhere smiling at the pavilion right now.
Great shot down cow corner. Oh, fantastic run.
Slow fielding, and they got that opportunity and they took 2 runs off that ball.
Yeah, it was a big space that they put the ball. So for Gaval to run from deep mid wicket to down to cow corner, it's a long run it took. But we need to commend the running that the batters made for that ball. Because quick, very fast. So it gave them the opportunity to get the second one. But some batters wouldn't have taken that. They would just be happy taking one. But it's been good cricket all day.
49 for loss of 2 wickets after 10 overs. Akere Sesele and Selim Salau batting. Not the kind of start we always know of Selim Salau, but the most important thing is still batting. We will have flipped the number of balls he has faced and the number of runs he has scored. By now, Selim has faced 29 balls and scored 18 runs. It could have been the other way around, where Selim will have scored 29 runs off like 19 balls. But the most important thing is still batting, and the team are happy about it.
So when you look at the way he's batting, you see that he wants to be there. He just wants to bat through. He knows that there's form, he's got form, he's middling balls correctly, and he wants to be there and make sure he gets his team over the line. That's the kind of batting he's doing. He's not looking at shot. So he's not looking at smashing and getting over the line as quick as possible. You just want to keep the ball ticking, make sure they are close to the target, they are over the target, required run rate at every point in time. You just want to be there.
And they are overachieving it for me, you must say.
Yes.
Because after this over now, we'll go into water break most likely. But they are overachieving what is required. They need 4 per over, but they are currently on 50 runs. And so, wide ball coming from Daniel Ajekum, they are overachieving, and so there's no problem.
Yes, and then looking at the performance of the batter, you have to consider the fielding side also. For someone like Selim, you know, you can expect, but someone like Selim facing Ridwan, facing Ajekum, these are very, very experienced bowlers that know what they are doing. So you need to put that at the back of your mind that he is also trying to play safe. The only place you can play those shots are in there, and if he does any little mistake, it's going to be at the pavilion, and I don't think that is what he wants, especially for a day like this. And that is a 4-run.
Yeah, that's what you want to say. You give that chances to swing your arms. You have to go and pick a proper spot to it. As a bowler, you don't have. You are not well protected, and you are giving full tosses, and you don't.
There was no way. You even say that for a player like Onikoyi, when he goes on his knee, he will hit that ball for a 6. And I remember some weeks ago, close to a month now, when we celebrated Onikoyi after his surprise package retirement, when he scored his 50, that 6 that brought him to 50, we had to go and pick the ball at the arcade. And Onikoyi knelt down like he was proposing to get married again. You know, so that ball would have gone for maybe a 6 if you were Onikoyi. But I'm sure Ajeku will say to himself, that was not what I wanted to do, but he eventually did the wrong thing.
Again, it's got that again. And that's it. Now he's got his wicket. Selim is out. I'm sure that was what he wanted to do in the subsequent ball, but he got it wrong. But this kind of ball shouldn't have gotten a wicket. But sometimes, as a batter, you miss it and you go find a fielder. You know, now Ajeku has gotten Selim out of a full toss, and Selim perishes for 23 runs in 32 balls. It's been fantastic. He's fought his way through the innings, and now the job has been left to other guys to finish up.
That was a brilliant catch from Miracle.
I mean, you must give it up for this young lad, Selim Salah. He came in this season and he has made his mark. He has written his name in gold, and he has performed to the highest peak that we expect. You know, he has shown a lot of discipline in his batting. Each ball, each stroke, I said yesterday, each ball, each stroke was perfectly timed. You know, it wasn't a guess game. He just shows that he knows what he's doing this season, and congratulations to him. I must just say he has been doing perfectly well, and he did perfectly well today.
And that is it on your screen. Selim Salah just lost his wicket. 33 balls, scored 23 runs, which he cleared 1-4. His strike rate of 69.70. Isaac Oyemba, his other partner, faced 16 balls and scored 10 runs, which he cleared 1-4 with a strike rate of 62.50. Destiny Chilemaya had nothing, faced 2 balls and scored no run. And Akere Sesele is still batting, scored 15, faced 15 balls and scored 14 runs, 1-4, 93.33. And in goes the captain of the side, and we have to see the bowling statistics. Hussein Prosper has bowled 2 overs, 7.5 runs, no wicket, 2.50 economy rate. Okeke Izuchukwu, no wicket, 8 runs, 5 dot balls, 2 overs. Ajeku Daniel, 3 wickets, 20 runs, 13 dot balls, 4 overs. Chima Akachukwu, no wicket, 11 runs, 4 dot balls, 1 over. And of course, Ridwan Karim, no wicket, 11 runs, 6 dot balls after bowling 2 overs. And that's it. We are here for the water break, and of course the discussion is ongoing between the two teams. You can see the two coaches for the very first time in a long while are getting on the field to talk to the boys. Friday Udo is the coach of Ibeju Lekki Club 1, and of course, Mr. Ahmed Sonny is the coach of FGC, and I'm sure he must have been telling the guys, there's no pressure anywhere, guys. We are good.
So Aji, looking at the scorecard the other time, Chima bowled 1 over, had 4 dot balls. That was a very, very, very good golden balls to bowl. You know, picking 4 dot balls in just an over. But the other 2 balls were the ones that actually fetched the runs for the batters in that over. If only those 2 balls could have been reduced, the runs would have been lower than this. But it's good to see guys picking dot balls, guys wanting things to happen.
Onikoye, I must put it out here to you that looking at the Lekki Cricket Club 1, what can you say they need to do at this point in order to, secure a victory?
They just need to keep picking dots, try to make it difficult, have proper field placement. Don't be afraid to try things. You know, you are defending a very low total. You are 27 run shots now in 9 overs. So you need.
It's difficult because I think, sorry, you have vast experience amongst all of us here. You have seen 9900 means nothing to you. They can't be working with dot balls. They are working with wickets, because if your opponent requires 27 in 54 balls, how many dot balls do you want to bowl? You have to just work with the wicket and hope that you get those wickets out, because they have wickets to play with.
Aji, you cannot bowl wicket every ball. You must bowl the dot balls, and it gives pressure to the batter to want to try things. That's when your wicket comes. You're attacking wickets all the time. This batter knows that you're coming for my wicket, so they can easily stand in front of their wicket, want to bowl on their wicket to find the runs. There are a lot of gaps on the field. Once you pick dots, the batter will be thinking of looking at something different to do. Then you get your wicket. Lucky enough, you get your wicket. But if the batter gets his right, he gets his singles, doubles, or boundaries, that's the way it works. You need to pick more dots, extend the game, because if you get 4 dots and you concede 1 or 2 runs and over, 4 dots, 1 or 2 runs and over, it extends the game further than the way you wanted it as a batter. Then as a batter, you want to try things. Looking at the scoreboard, there will be scoreboard pressure. You be like, these runs are going big. I need to get things done. I don't want to leave it to the last over. You see, this is what you don't want as a batter. Yes, they've got plenty balls to play with, but you don't want this as a batter. You don't want to leave 83 runs to the 19th or 20th over. So you want to get it done. But these Ibeju guys are right on their nose. Yeah, this is good. Emmanuel is vastly experienced. He should be able to sort things out, but these bowlers are making it difficult as well.
Yeah, they are making it difficult, but for me, looking at Emmanuel, who just came in now, like Onikoye said, vastly experienced, played together with Onikoye for several years, and of course Akere Sesele, who is still a member of the national team, and all they require is even less than 1 run per ball, because when you now look at it that you require 26 runs in 52 balls, mathematically that means 26 times 2 will even give you that 52. And it will definitely come, and this looks like they will get 2, and so they are overachieving.
Yeah,
For me, the body language of Ibeju says it all. The body language.
So you can't leave it to the bowler alone. The way the field is, you could say 5 men outside. This is what I say about experimenting as a team. You have low totals to defend. Just do something drastic. Make some decisions. Make it tough. Go into the batter's head. You don't leave it like, okay, we're just waiting for our luck for things to happen.
That's what I wanted to say. That was the observation I just realized now, that I think they need a more attacking field. I am looking at this field. You can say that they are more on a defending field. You can't be defending 83 runs. You can't be setting a defending field for 83 runs. I think you need to choke the batsman. Let them know that. Let them be aware of the presence of the fielder. Even as we all know that bowlers are doing well, but we still need an attacking field. Go into
To the batters,
batters.
be
Let
right
them
in their
know.
face.
Yes.
Yes,
Put it right in their face.
be right.
You shouldn't be having 5 men at the boundary at this point, especially when you know that your bowler is doing well, is helping the team. You need to help. So the case of going 2 runs, you can cut it to 1 run. They've got like 2 runs off Shayed 2 or 3 times. You can cut it. You can cut it instead of waiting at the boundary and expecting.
Yeah.
Because for the batters of FGC Warriors right now, I don't even think that they are looking at aiming at boundaries at this point. Singles will just take them home easily with
Good fielding, top effort.
with no stress. Single will take them home. So why are you having so much fielders at the boundary when you know that these batters are not even looking for boundaries like that?
Yeah, you have to force the batters to go for boundaries the way it is. But right now, the Ibeju team are happy conceding 1-2 runs, which are even hurting them more. Bring in those guys, let the batters do something different. That will make it more interesting.
And in
One.
the space of doing something different, they will make mistakes. They'll be run out.
Yeah.
They'll be catch. That's the kind of game we need to see. Attack. But with their body language, I think they've
given up.
Exactly. They are giving up already. There's no hope. But I can tell you, 19 runs off 46 balls is still defendable.
Shot, it's a boundary. Definitely, it's a boundary. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, for me, you have played for the national team before. How realistic is this? Knowing the kind of team they are facing, you can see it from the body language of Ibeju.
I must tell you, just takes 1 over. You need 4 wickets in 1 over, which is very possible. 4 wickets in 1 over, and the game will change.
4 wickets in 1 over.
I am telling you, it is very possible. People have done it before, and people will still do it.
Things can happen. All we are saying is you need to try things. Don't just leave it for things to happen. You need to make things happen. Is that another boundary? It's back-to-back boundary. That's what I'm saying. Bring in this guy. Fantastic shot from Isesele. It's been a while he played, and his game after about 2 months, and he's batting like this. But oh, sorry, that's Emmanuel. That's Emmanuel Okudili.
Yeah.
Back-to-back boundary. This is what I always say. When you play against each other, you should know where your opponent is strong at scoring the runs. You could see it on your screen again. Fantastically different down to backward points. And as keeper, you're still having your deep cover, your deep points, or rather your deep points. Bring in someone from deep square, bring in to point area. Use 2 points, have your deep cover as well.
Bring your guys in.
Because already here you've considered 11 runs already in 5 balls. So you've got 1 more now.
A little bit of the short meeting with your players, and maybe try to.
So right now the way the game is, it's gone away from Ibeju. It's FGC's own to lose.
10 runs. I think I can bring in my mom now to come and bat.
Don't even try it.
I expected his keeper
Leave the old man alone.
Maybe change the plan. I think he's still sticking with the plan that he has had since the first over.
Yes,
This is the moment to change.
For me, the skipper have given up. The whole field have given up. There's nothing we can do. But of which, yes, there's nothing you could do about the score, but you can make it difficult for them to get.
Exactly.
But you've made it easy for these guys to roll over you guys.
The looks on Chima Moses Akatuku, aka Alan, safer more than his mouth will have said. Heads down, and that's the same body language you see from the entire team.
He's confused. He doesn't know what to do. I know him. He doesn't know what to do. He's just.
You have been in this situation before. I remember the game DCI played in the Super 6 against FGC. For every ball, yourself, who was a former captain of the national team, Isaac Okwe, the current captain, Seun Odeku, were having intermittent discussion. It can be difficult sometimes when a team that you are playing against have just decided to just go against you, and if Sheye is not careful, they could end it in this over.
So that is what I'm saying. As a team, you know, things are not working the way you want, but you need to try to find a way to go about it. You cannot just leave it to happen. You have to try and make things happen. Yes, we played against FGC. We had a very rough patch batting, but we were looking for a way to make it tough for them, and we did. They got off the line in the last ball of the innings. They got off the line. The last ball of the innings. They would have won the game by the 18th or 19th over, but we dragged it to the end. But this is what this Ibeju team is not doing right now. At every point in time, you must find a way to make it tough. Don't just, even if you are clueless, just come and just talk something. You will find something out.
From a team like Ibeju, we've known them not to give up so easily. You know, I remember when there was a time we played against a team in Mumbai, and trust me, there was a point they brought in almost 9 fielders. Inner ring, someone was wearing helmet facing the batsman to show that I am here. If you don't play this ball on the floor, I will catch you. You know, that's something we need to see. Why?
Maybe you are talking about them setting an attacking field.
That's what we are saying.
Attacking field.
Attack these people. See, attack these people. Do something.
But when you set an attacking field, the bowler who is bowling is a major factor. You have to bowl within the line of what you have set. If you set an attacking field and you are still dropping the ball for the batter to have free option to sky the ball over you, then it's going to be a big problem.
I must say that at this level of cricket that the Lekki Cricket Club won are playing, I don't think we have any inexperienced bowler here that don't know what to do when giving the ball, especially in a situation like this.
Look at this.
So if you are setting an attacking field for a bowler at this juncture, I think whoever the captain is handing the ball to should know that there's one job and one job that you need to do, and that is not to give anything extra than what you've been assigned to do as a bowler. But at this juncture, still having almost five players at the boundary is quite sad. Now expecting from Ibeju Lekki.
Good. What do they have left to win this game? And then it will be celebration. They have 4 runs to win
in 36 balls.
For me, you are retired, but you could get it over the line if you're going to go and bat.
I'm telling you. and the sweet thing is, you don't even need to do anything. Buys will come. Yeah, leg buys will come, wide will come. You could just play around.
Why would you be planning to use your leg to hit the ball?
At this junction, there's nothing to lose. There's really nothing to lose at this junction.
I want to say, but it's 83 runs, defending 82 runs. You could have made it a worthy fight. You just make it. It just made it easy for these guys.
You need to fight even to the last ball. But from 2 overs, the last 2 overs, we've just seen a lot of spirits that has given up on this game.
I just want to believe FGC is destined to win this Super 4. They have tried, they have put in their hearts, they are bowling their hearts, they have tried, fielded well and all those things, and we can't take it away from them.
They've worked out this season. They've really worked out this season. I'm sure Mr. President is very happy wherever he is on his seat right now.
The whole FGC fans, the Roland, the Lubes, the Ute Ogbimi, Eroy, guys like that, a lot of them are there. They are so much.
For his boys.
I've got a feeling that tonight is gonna be a good night.
Lovely. Fantastic. Well done. It's always tough to get smashed, to get ball smashed back at you, and you put your body in line with that. It was good to see.
3 more runs, and FGC Warri Old Student Association will be champions of the Super 4. They have waited patiently. Ladies and gentlemen, can it end in this over? We are getting up. Their players are on the bench of running into the field.
I think Okwe have waited so long for this moment. He's looking right on top of his game. He's right in it and waiting for it. He wants to end it to this over the way he's batting. Look the
2 more runs and FGC will be champions.
cannot take
Fans
it.
all over the world, those physically present are in ecstatic and jubilant mood. Can the former captain bring this home for FGC? Prosper bowling. Ladies and gentlemen, FGC are champions!
Fantastic effort from the FGC. Fantastic effort. They played a good brand of cricket. They are deserving champion of this Super 4. They've always been right, fighting so hard for this moment. They got reward of their effort. They lost out the league, they lost out, but in the Super 4 they came a special kind of team. The president, early birthday gift for the president.
What a day! The 19th of May, 2024, history was made. Onikoi, just some 1 month and 6 days ago, Ibeju defeated FGC. But Captain Iwosa said, the only team I want to beat that I've not beaten is Ibeju. And today they are beating Ibeju to become champions. Congratulations.
You know, it's not just Captain Egosa that found it difficult to beat Ibeju. Even during our time, apart from midweek game, FGC have only won Ibeju during the midweek game. But during the proper season, they found it difficult beating Ibeju, and it was good to see FGC doing that at the Super 4.
And of course, talking about the statistics, Akere Isesele, top batter, 28 runs, up 25 balls. Celine, 23 runs, up 33 balls. And Okudili, 13 runs, up 12 balls. And for the bowling, Ajebu, 3 wickets for 20 in 4 overs. Useni Prosper had no wickets. And Okeke Izuchukwu had no wicket. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the exciting moment on the part of Mr. President and the entire team. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Okudili, for doing this for your team. Thank you, Ademola Onikoyi. Thank you, Endurance of Fame. Thank you, Abayami Ayenusi. Thank you, Fumi. My name is Shewaji Dagba. We go for the presentation now. God bless you.